Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Reaching for the stars. I wonder where you are. Oh,
I need you again, so stick around. So stick around. So stick around.
world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I go. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I go. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. You'll always be my broken love. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too
again. So stick around. So stick around. So stick around.
Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I want. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. You're so
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? How y'all doing? How are y'all doing on this fine Saturday night? We are about to get it in. We're about to have us a good little Saturday Night Live, y'all. And I was gonna go over there on the Hive, but I have to fix a couple things. So we'll just go ahead and do it right on over her. So let's go ahead and get through these. Aussie Helen gifted a $5 super sticker. Wing Zero gifted 10 memberships. Sleuthing Tater Tot gifted 10 memberships. Slim Jim gifted 5 memberships. Wing Zero gifted 10 more memberships. Upstate New York gifted 10 memberships. And Rainbow gifted 5 memberships. That is so fucking sweet of you guys. I really appreciate you showing love. Y'all are showing out on this Saturday night. I appreciate it. But just know that if you donate memberships or a super chat or anything, you're going to go in Lill Coin's black book, okay? Just so you guys know. Just so you know. So what's up, Salty? How you doing, man? Let's see here. Here's the link. Let me get that taken care of real quick. Oh, shit. Here goes Brianna gifting 10 memberships. Go ahead. Go ahead, girl. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so very much for showing love. Y'all are showing out. Y'all are showing out. So, just a little bit ago, we gotta go over some shit real quick. Yeah, Lill Coin. I would call her a little jealous, but I think Lill Coin's better. She's so worried about any kind of money. She like Laura. So, y'all see the clip that Savage put out, right? She tries to say that I called my kids an N slur. Why she would say that I was calling my kids that, I have no idea. But she obviously turned the comments off because she knows she's really reaching with this bullshit. But don't try to come for me and ruin my life with a lie when I can ruin yours with the truth. Okay? Let's just keep it that way. First of all, I would never speak to my children that way. And you can keep my fucking kids out of your motherfucking nasty ass mouth. Because you don't want me to go there with yours. So let's just keep the fucking kids out of it. All right? Secondly, let's go ahead and find her little video here real quick. Let's go ahead. Let's find it here real quick with her little reaching. Did you do your arms hurt from reaching so hard? That's what I want to know. Little coin, little scammer. Sav. Do your arms hurt from reaching so hard? That's what I want to know. Because, look, this is what you get for listening to Can You Even Paint, bro? That's what you get. That's what the fuck you get. Fucking around listening to somebody that ain't got no business saying shit in the first place. All right, so this is her little short here. Okay. It says, wait a minute. What did you just say at the Real Savage Life? What did you say, QB? Since you're the race police. Okay, well, I wasn't the race police to begin with. But let's go ahead and play it, okay? Let's see what you're reaching for, okay?
Give a fuck if you have.
They do not respect the fact that I'm on here. Hell no, that's what I said. When I mute, I got to go. Sometimes, I wish I could be like, hold on. I got to mute, guys. I'm going to have to mute. I got to go do something. Most of the time, they just like run up on me and they're like, hey, mom. Hey, mom, hey.
Guys, I'm going to have to mute. I got to go do something. Most of the time, they just like run up on me and they're like, hey, mom. Guys, I'm going to have to mute. I got to go do something.
Okay, I'm going to need to know how many of y'all heard any racial slur me talking to my kids right there. Or talking about my kids. So I'm gonna need to know how many of y'all heard any kind of racial slur in that at all, okay? Did anybody hear any racial slurs in there? Because I sure as fuck didn't. Yeah, I didn't think so. But here, let me show y'all a real racist video, though. Hold on. And since this is just a clip, I'll go ahead and play the original one as well so that y'all have the full context, okay? Okay, we'll do that too.
It's not your fucking business. My child's name should not be in your mouth. Period. Child's name.
Exactly. Her child's name should never be in your dirty ass mouth. No child should be in your fucking dirty ass mouth. Bitch.
Have it checked out. You just fucking head, you dumb. Weird. Check out. Number 6. Oh my God. Monkey over there, you claim, bitch.
Ooh, you hear the hate and disdain in her voice. You hear that fucking hate and this disdain. You hear that shit?
That's a lot of hate and disdain.
That's a lot of motherfucking hate. And guess what? This is in her own words, and she's playing her own words on her own panel.
Oh, yeah. She's also paneled up with Laura on this one.
Yep, sure is. And I got the original, and I will play the original. Hey, Cap, what's up?
monkey over there, you claim, bitch. Man, son,
Oh, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down.
hairless monkey over there, you claim, bitch.
Ooh, that's a lot of hate and disdain for a child, baby. Come on, lean in, Suge. Lean in, Suge. This is what a real racist motherfucker looks like. Lean in, Suge.
You claim, bitch.
Lean in.
Hairless monkey over there, you claim, bitch.
Got some explaining to do, Suge.
And I wish that was the only time she said a racial like.
Oh no, we got fucking videos for days of her racist, homophobic ass.
Yeah,
Got videos
we
for
do.
days. You want to go there? We'll go there. We'll go all the way there, baby.
No, I'm throwing together something for people that are gonna say this is old. Well, there's fairly
I don't give
new.
a fuck how
Yeah.
old it is.
Yeah.
I don't give a flying motherfuck.
You
I don't
never
give a
say
fuck
something
if
like
it's
that.
12 years old. I don't give a fuck. You're a nasty ass, racist ass bitch. That's what
Listen,
the fuck you are.
I get like fucking being mad that Sam was saying that about her granddaughter's head size and all that stuff, but if your response is to say something like that, that just means you're racist to your core. Period.
Sure the fuck does. Nasty ass bitch. Shouldn't be speaking on
And
anybody's shit like that.
let me say something else though real quick, is that this was after Savage and other people participated in a live stream that was doxing this woman's kids, sharing their Facebooks and records and all kinds of shit. Like nasty
So be
shit.
careful
Man.
who you fucking support. Be real careful who the fuck you listen to and who you support.
Yeah, I love how this woman has been reaching for a couple of days to imply me and you, Queen, are like these racists. First, it was the panel with Clue coming up, like acting like, that was a big deal. And now this whole thing while I'm on this panel, she's claiming that you said something about your kids and I missed it. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this lady? Like, just simply just reaching for any type of thing to go after. Like, it's just crazy.
You want to hear the funny part though? The funniest part is in the live stream prior to her dropping that video, girl. Listen, she said, I turn off the comments and it just makes them so mad because I'm gonna keep doing it.
No, because
So
it makes you mad to get called out. That's why you turn them off. Otherwise, you'd be sitting there getting called out, and you know, damn the fuck well you would.
You don't want to see her friends telling her she's dead wrong and looking dumb as fuck. That's what she don't want.
Yeah.
No one's mad, baby. No one's mad. You look dumb.
Scary.
Hey,
Hey, Texana, what's up? You're up here, baby. What's happening?
okay. I wanted to give people some information, okay?
Yeah.
If you were at that vigil on the 24th and you were threatened in any manner and you were asked to leave, I'm going to type in the chat some addresses and some emails that you can contact.
What would be easier is you're not going to be able to type those into the chat, so you might as well send me an email and I can put it up on my community tab.
Okay. And folks, I need to let you know something, okay? If anyone touched you at that vigil, threatened you with possible physical harm, you really need to file a report. This really needs to be stopped because I came a long ways to go to that vigil to see if the threatening behavior and the attitudes and the abuse was really being given out to people. And I watched some of Andrea Griffin's videos, and it's not about money. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's about moral and respect. And the addresses that I am sending you in the forms, I'm going to send the forms to Miss B and Miss Queen B. And if you
that's
need
fine.
help,
Miss B,
if
that's
you
fine.
need help filling these
That's fine.
out, or you don't have the money to send the postage, I will be more than happy to pay for the postage for you.
You keep cutting in and out, ma'am. Your sound is, I don't know if you're holding your thumb over the speaker.
Oh, is that better?
Yeah, it just kept cutting out real bad. Let me explain to these people who you are. So this is Texana. She actually was at the vigil for Sebastian Rogers, and she was actually told that she had to leave. She was not allowed to record, and she was chased out of the building. Pretty much told that she had to leave right now. Go ahead and leave. She talked to the manager. The manager told her she could stay, and things got worse from there. That's when
And
Betty was arrested, and Texana was there. So.
the police were called on me. BHB reported to them that I was.
Hey, move your thumb over your phone. It's cutting out again.
Okay. Anyway, the police were called on me. It was reported that I was stalking her. I was not. I was chased down in the field by a young girl by the name of Andrea. So, in my opinion, these type of behaviors are unacceptable for any event, any vigil for a child. You do not present yourself like this for anyone with a disability. So I have filed several complaints, and I'm here to help anyone that needs help to file those complaints. And Steph Rogers, Tony Mathis, and BHB, Andrea Griffin, know well what I have done. I did not hide myself. I came up with my true name. Several people contacted me where I live, and they said, Tex, they call me Tex. Tex, are you aware of what's going on in Tennessee? And I knew what was going on, but several people contacted me, asked me to come up here and to look for myself to see if I thought it was appropriate for the way that they were illustrating themselves in a descriptive manner for a disabled child. So that was one of the major
You're
complaints.
cutting out again, ma'am.
That was one of the major complaints.
Why don't you lay your phone down? Yeah, I was going to say, lay it down on the table so you're not putting your finger over the mic.
Okay, so that was one of the major complaints that I came up to investigate. At that vigil, there's a lady, someone was asking who the lady in the green was last night with the green shirt. Her name's Michelle. So
they're asking you who chased you. Was it BHB?
No, ma'am. She's the one that threatened to bring me harm. The one that threatened me, the lady with the long braid, the heavyset lady, the white lady, her daughter, Adrian, chased me across the field. So it was where the black, if you were there, you know where the black Cadillac was parked by the edge of the road. The three cruisers were across the road, and there was a black Cadillac. The young girl came running around the building. She had a white shirt. She had one of those Sebastian shirts on, and her hair was really long, and she had a hat on. That young girl is in deep trouble. I'm just going to let you know she is.
Did you have a GoPro? Were they the one that had the GoPro?
I am the one who had the GoPro, sir, and you did not believe me.
Do you have did you give that to Queen yet or post it somewhere?
I have not posted that yet. That was given to someone, but it wasn't given to any YouTuber. And I will tell you the reason why. There are some children that are on that video.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And there are some adults with disabilities that were mistreated. Okay? I'm just going to tell you like it is, and I don't care if it gets back to Seth, Tony, or Griffin. All right? I meant what I said. I am going to go any lengths that I can to stop them from using any child for monetizing purposes and mistreating people at these vigils. It is wrong, and it should not be accepted. It should really not be accepted to put any veteran on a missing poster flag and state in the public that is a POW MIA flag. And if you don't know what that means prisoner of war or missing in action. And that is really a disrespectful thing to do to any veteran. I don't care who it is. And then Bullhorn Betty stating that African Americans in relation to Mr. and Mrs. Proudfoot, referring to them as though they are African Americans, and the African Americans kill their children far more than the rest of Americans. That is totally unnecessary and disrespectful.
Okay,
It is a
ma'am. I have a
racist
question.
thing.
I have a question for you. They said ask you if she is the person with the Facebook group about BHB. Are you with
Yes,
the?
I am the person with that Facebook. Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask why you were chased across a field?
I was chased across the field because they wanted to stop. I came from. All I did was sit at the picnic table, and I was interviewing from parents with permission. I asked their permission, and I was live. And when I went around, I thought something was very peculiar because I saw all the major people in I call them the clan. I don't call them, that clan of Sebastian's army. So I got up from the picnic area where the dogs were, and I went around the side of the building, and they tried to stop me from going where the police were because they didn't want me to know that the police were out there. The police were very nice. They were very respectful. They never came to where the group was or anything. The second time. The first time the police came, everyone went on the ride. So I was there the first time the police came at 12. It was the first policeman arrived. There was one at 12:07. The second one, he made a round again. It was the same police officer. And he came back and I waved at him. And then when I went out towards my vehicle and I saw those 3 cruisers over there, I knew that she had called on me. I will give credit where credit is due. The owner of the brewery, he did not want anything to escalate to what it did. Okay? So I think it is in poor taste that, well, to answer your question, ma'am, they did that because I was going to the police. I was going straight over to the police. And then Betty chased, I don't know who all was there or who all left, but Betty came over to my car. The police officer said, "Do not touch your car." I dropped my keys, and then she approached my door, and I politely told her, back off. So, yes, the young girl, Adrian is the young girl's name. She was chasing you because I was leaving to go out to talk to the police. So, this is a very important thing. They're going to continue to have these vigils. If you have vigils, you should not be threatening people that come to those vigils. You should not threaten them to leave a public event once they give you their money. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I addressed the IPS addresses, and I was informed that if I wanted to sponsor that, Michaela's dog thing, that they wanted a credit card. And I told the gentleman, I'm not giving you any credit card. I said, I will go with you to Sam's or Costco's, whatever's around there, and I will buy you whatever you want. And he insisted on a freaking credit card. And I told him, I said, I will go and buy you what you need, or I will send it to you by Amazon. And he said, at one of the lockers that you have from Amazon. And they didn't want to do either one of those. He insisted that they have the IPS thing. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not, but I'm not willing to take a chance that someone is stealing IPS addresses regardless. But they would not take the offer.
I have a question for you. So how did you know this? Were you ever a watcher of BHB? Did you used to watch her?
No.
How did you get involved with this whole situation? Did you just
I am a retired sped teacher.
Okay.
I taught special ed for the military. I started off as a deaf interpreter, and then I have my EDS, which is the equivalent to a doctorate.
I get that you're very well qualified, but I'm saying, like, did you file like a Facebook group or a YouTube channel? And do you know?
No, I had some sped teachers and some veterans call me
Okay.
because I'm just a cold, bold, steadfast bitch when it comes to using kids in the wrong mannerisms.
I get your passion, but I'm just saying, like, how did you get involved? Like, you heard about it and you just contacted some people and you said you wanted to be involved, and that's the type of deal.
No, they contacted
People
me to come up
contacted
here.
her.
No,
They
the
contacted her.
parents, some parents and school teachers that I know, and a lot of the veterans that I know, they contacted me and asked me. They said, "Have you been watching this?" I said, "No, I have not." So I watched it for. I knew about the case from day one, but I was not watching her. And two of the teachers from Tennessee called me in Montgomery County, and they asked me. They said, "Tex, have you been watching this?" And I said, "No." I had never heard of VHB, and then I went over and watched, and they said, "Well, are you willing to do the FCC and the ADA complaints for people?" And I said, "Yes, I am." So I did do that. So when I left Montgomery County, I went to the other part up by Knoxville, and I saw people and I did interviews and things like that. And then I went home. But the situation is this: if all of us do not put a halt to this um, of taking advantage of missing persons or people with disabilities or standing up for our rights, everyone has rights, we're all Americans, then this is going to continue. But I'm going to tell you straight up, you do not threaten people at vigils. I don't care what kind of vigil it is. And you do not do anything to children. Children are our future. And personally, I'm glad it happened on the 24th. I really am, because there was supposed to be a riot up there in Summer County on that Monday. And
Why? Did
it
you
did
say a
not
riot?
happen. Yes. It
Wait,
did
why
not
would there be a
happen.
riot?
Because, you know, at the gathering of the voices,
Well, that was 10 people. That's not a riot.
no, you're not listening to what I'm saying, sir.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. At the vigil, okay, a lot of things transpired at that vigil. They wanted people out of there quick,
Mhm.
okay? They wanted everything to transpire on the 26th. It did not happen on the 26th. Everything happened on the 24th. Okay? And it wasn't to ruin anything for Sebastian's name. It was it was to avoid any type of possible um hatred groups or anyone coming in. You know how things get started? You get out there and you say, "Oh, I need more help." Okay, and you don't know anybody. You don't know these people. I'll give you an instance. Down several years ago, down near Texas, a young man up near the border of Oklahoma and Texas, he drove all the way to El Paso. This was about 5 or 6 years ago because he was upset. And then when he arrived to El Paso, he went into a Walmart and he killed all kinds of people. So when you're out there advertising against the police, okay, or sheriff's department, and you're asking those type of people, okay, all you have to do is say, "Oh, I have a big problem," or you create racism or hatred, and you say, "I'm going to be here on the 26th, but I'm not held responsible for anyone's behaviors." You are opening the door to someone getting killed or hurt.
Yeah,
Are you with me?
I'm not with you, actually. I'm kind of confused. I really am confused because I thought we were talking about the events that
Well,
led
it
to.
sounds like BTM. It sounds like she's an activist or a true
Yes.
advocate, and this is her passion, and
Okay.
that she has a history in special ed, as well as she is very passionate
Passionate
about
person.
supporting
Okay.
of veterans. And it sounds like she went to an event for a child with autism and was treated inappropriately, and now is
Like when did you
bringing this
find?
awareness to us. I
So
might
when
be
did?
wrong.
Yeah, yeah. And when did you find out about like this was like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 2 months ago? When did you find out about it?
I found out about this case the day Sebastian went missing.
Okay, so you followed it, and then did you ever hear about? You heard about BHB later on when she started.
Yes.
Right? Okay, and then you got outraged by her statements, and you said, you know what? Other people called you up about how outrageous her statement is, and then what? Was that the decision why you wanted to confront her or go to the vigil with the IP addresses? What was the reason for that?
I didn't take the IPS addresses.
I don't know. I didn't think you took. No, I
Yeah.
might have misspoke.
What
I just wanted
did
to
you
ask about
notice? I made the decision to come here on my own with
that. Okay.
The others that
Queen Bee's
with
worker bee. It says device is not connected. You have to allow your mic and your camera before I can let you up here, love.
But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the addresses if anyone needs, and they can contact Miss Queen Bee there. And I'm going to send the FCC. That is self-explanatory. The ADA. And folks, what I'm really concerned about is if you are afraid to stand together as a group or as an individual, it doesn't matter, for the right of children and not to allow or to push for hatred and violence. We should not have no violence at these vigils. Okay? It should not be that way. No one should be making money off the back of any missing person. Nobody. And if you're I'm going to tell you straight up, if you're going to have a charter in any state, okay, as a nonprofit, you have to file that form and you have to pay the fee.
So are you saying the nonprofit might not be legitimate?
I wrote the letter. If you go, the letter is on the Facebook group I run. I've been very upfront with Seth, Tony, and Miss Griffin. They know exactly what I've done because I put it right out there. The letter, they know exactly what I've done. And every time that they have followed me or they have threatened me, the police have been called. So their threats, them touching my body on my right shoulder, it is not going to be tolerated.
Did you make a police report about that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. So you did make a police report. Okay.
Queen Bee, do you think I should tell them?
No, probably unless Queen. I think probably.
I'm going to tell you something, sir. This is real. I know the first time I called you, I know that you didn't think I'm real.
No, actually, no. Your story sounded believable about that whole situation.
No, ma'am, you sound very real and you sound very truly that you're following through with everything and that you're trying to, if somebody else has been harassed like you are, it sounds like you're trying to say it's okay to come stand by me if you're afraid to fight alone. Because I've been being harassed and I understand what it's like. So if you too have been treated this way, you should come over here and you should, and I think that's what your point is.
Yeah, my point is the FCC is for, you're going to look at ADA accommodations of 1990 and the year 2008. When you hold a public vigil and you have a disability and those people, the organization, Sebastian's Army, is running you off after you pay for the meal and the t-shirt, and Betty keeps on saying that it was a private event. It was not a private event. I have the flyer. It says public. Okay? So when they do that to people and they say, get the hell out of here, here's the problem with that. If your individuals have disabilities and you are not, it's a public event and you tell them to turn off their film, they're not allowed to do that. It's against the federal laws. Okay? So The revisions were done with ADA accommodations in 2008. It is run by the FCC. You can go down to 1.13 through 21, and it will state to you what filming accommodations that they have to do for individual. You could, if you have a mental illness, you're bipolar, schizophrenia, you have a physical limitation, they cannot stop you from filming in a public place. Now, what happened is after they ran people off, I didn't leave. I stayed.
Mm-hmm.
And I had that GoPro on, and I filmed everything. And I saw what they did to people. And I filed a complaint with the FCC. And then what I did is I was listening. What I have really been listening about, and I do apologize to this if this bothers you, I'm going to tell you straight up why I did it. I filed a complaint against Sebastian's Army. It's not that the child's name is used, and I apologize to anyone that bothers. But when you're running a nonprofit and you're making money off of that child's name, and you're not registered, or you're taking that money and you're not willing to be upfront with your organization, and a lot of people have asked questions and you're unwilling to tell them about it, then it's time to be looked into it. Yes, I filed a complaint with the Tennessee Charter and Business in Nashville.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
Yep.
So
Now,
if anyone has a problem with that, it's not that I hate Sebastian. I don't. But if you're going to represent him, you representing his name, then he deserves respect. If you're going to use his name, okay, for a charity run, then by God, you should give Sebastian respect. Okay, do you understand where I'm coming from?
Oh, I understand where you're coming from. I understand you. I get what you're stating with the
Okay.
fact that you believe
And
that.
I'm sure that Sebastian's Army is listening, someone from that group. So I'm just going to tell you like it is. The hell you're about to receive is karma, okay? And it's for the karma that you have given to individuals that have come to your vigil, your 2 vigils or 3 vigils.
So hold on, we have Shauna in the back, and then she was there as well. So look, she was there at the vigil too, and she wants to talk to you. But look, her devices are not connected. It keeps saying devices not connected. I'm not sure. You need to hit allow on your camera. If you're on an iPhone,
Let me see what it says here. Let me put my glasses. Everyone can
back
see.
chat. Can you see the back chat? Because she's in here. She said, I don't know why I can't come up. It blocks my mic and my camera. Both just wanted to let you know I was serious. I wasn't fake. Thank you for your kindness and your panel. She was there. So she's trying to come up here because you guys were both there together. She was there. This girl was there.
So she's the one with the green?
I don't think she's the one with the green. No, but
Yeah,
when you
but
go out, listen, Sean, when you go out of here, you need to, when you open the thing back up, what you need to do is go to your Google or your Chrome or whatever and open it up and close out your tabs because you got a bunch of tabs open.
Okay.
And once you close it out, not you, Texan, I'm talking to Sean. When you close them out, you should be able to hit allow on your mic and your cam to come in here. That's why it's telling you device is not connected, okay? Anyhow, she was there with you, so I'll link you guys together. I can link you guys up. You know what I'm saying? You got my email. She's got my email, and then I can give her yours and yours to her.
Okay, so the other thing I wanted to tell y'all about something, okay?
Uh-huh.
You all have known VHB for longer than you guys have been watching her and all this happy stuff. I'm not saying you're friends with her. I'm not saying anyone's friends with anyone. What I'm saying is what she has done to these families, some of these families, and a few other people, it's called domestic terrorist threats to some of these families, like the Vaughn family. What she did to that family is so ugly. And if you honestly believe that children should be cherished and respected, then every American should say, hey, if you believe in that, then you should say, hey, we're going to try to help put a stop to that. Because Domestic terrorism should not be put on families who have missing loved ones or deceased loved ones. It's uncalled for. It's torture. It's torment, and someone's making $1 off of it. It's wrong. So,
Well, honey, you came to the right place because that's absolutely what we stand up against here.
but that's the truth, and so. But I hope I answered your question, sir. So the reason why I got involved is because some sped teachers got a hold of me from Tennessee. I used to teach in this county, in Tennessee, Montgomery County, and we were stationed at Fort Campbell. So I have a very strong personality, and I have a great passion for children. So some people that work in the system, they cannot say anything. If they're a special ed teacher, you cannot say anything because in the school educational system, it's politics. It always has been and always will be. It's politics. So often in various stages of life, with your knowledge, you play a different role, and that's okay. And so they called and they asked, and I said yes. And that's exactly what it's about. But I would like to congratulate one state for what they're doing, and that is Massachusetts. Because Massachusetts is the first state in the United States that passed a law that if you are cyberbullied and you commit suicide or you inflict harm upon yourself, that person who encouraged you by cyberbullying will be held accountable. And the first person that did that received 15 years because the young man died. Cyberbullying should not be allowed to take place anywhere in the United States. It is costing lives. Our brightest and most precious resource, our children, our young people, are dying. In this state of Tennessee, 1,343 children have been hurt by cyberbullying just last month. It has to stop. It's costing a lot of lives. And I honestly believe there are a lot of good parents out there. I really do. But they're lost. And this generation that's raising children right now, they need to go back a few steps, and they need to rethink and look at themselves and say, hey, yeah, that's our most precious commodity there. And I call these kids amazing graces. For instance.
Yeah, and it happens with elderly people too. You know what I mean? It happens with, oh shit. Sean, she jumped down and she just left. I mean, she'll probably be back. I don't know if her phone died or what happened.
Well, that was a
I
nice
don't know. She's the one that had been at the vigil and had all that trouble.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
There's a state law that Tennessee just passed. It passed they finalized it in 2021. That if you emotionally, physically, or mentally abuse a person over the age of 60 who is elderly, you can be in big trouble. So that's just the way it is, you know.
All right. Is there anything you wanted to explain about the situation? I get your passion and everything, but what happened afterwards? Like when the cops came, is there anything you wanted to clear up that maybe people didn't understand?
The cops came. I wasn't asked to leave. They instructed her that I was not stalking her and that I was free to stay.
Okay.
And I stayed for a little bit, and then I looked at one of the officers and I said, I don't want to eat if she's cooking, because you know, and then shortly after that, she got arrested because I
Was
just,
that before or after they chased you across the field?
ma'am,
Was that before or after they chased you across the field? Like after they chased you, you still were willing to go back? Like that just
I was, there was a young, I'll tell you why. There was a young girl from Ohio. I'm not going to mention her name because, you know, I need permission for that. But she was a very young, vulnerable thing, young girl. But she was, you know, she had some problems, and I told her, I said, you need to leave while you can. And I'm sorry to say that she got in some clutches and she got in some trouble there. But yes, I was still willing to videotape just because of one child that was still there. And the officer came back across to my car and he said, you know what's going to happen now? And I said, yes, I know. And he said, I would suggest you leave, Tex. And then, you know, I did, because I did not want to be involved with what happened like 28 minutes later. So,
Okay.
but, that is what happened. That is what happened, and it is the truth. No one was stalking Betty. No, but she was yelling at people. She threatened people. So files, you know, those files to the federal government and the state agencies have been filed. And I suggest that if you were threatened, or they asked you to leave, or they just took your money and they told you to get off the property, that you stand up for yourself. Or if you are offended by what racist comments, or how a child, any disabled person, a child or an adult, has been disrespected, humiliated, had descriptive negativism done on the VHB videos, all 6 channels, I would suggest that you contact legal support at yahoo.com, and you send it, and there's already a case file there. It's been there for a while, and I'm speaking directly to one person, and I hope that you're intelligent enough to understand what I'm telling you. Okay? They are waiting on a copy of the order. If you have it, legal support at youtube.com.
Okay, someone has a question for you. It says, if someone calls you to tell you about Betty recently, how did you know about the other family she harassed in the past?
Because 2 of those families contacted me. That's why.
How did they know about you?
Because I used to be an advocate here in Tennessee over 30 years ago. So the families that are still around here, they know who I am. But when I moved, some of the people still here, they knew that I would come back here. So I did come, and I did help. If you look at the Facebook groups, some people got upset because I help people fill out forms.
So they
Last week,
contacted you via Facebook, basically. What you're saying?
excuse me?
They contacted you via Facebook, is what you're saying.
No, sir. They in the volunteer state, if you live in Montgomery County, you're going to know someone up in Knoxville. You're going to know someone up in that area. And those, you know, some people know me very well, and they know all they had to do was call.
So
And I came up here and I helped them fill out the forms. But, you know, before I did that, I went to see that vigil myself. I had to see if they really mistreated people at these vigils. And they do. So I came up here with an open mind, and no, I was, like I said, I'm not associated with any of you. I don't know any of you. Nobody. Okay? I came up here with the attitude I was going to go to this vigil. I was going to videotape it. I was going to see how they treated those with disabilities, how their behavior and whatnot was, because my first degree is in psychology. That's what I majored in.
Okay.
And then I went back and picked up my sped degree. So I sat there and observed what was going on. And the people who contacted me, they did not lie to me. Okay? And then some of the families started, I got a hold of some of the families when I was up here, and I went and talked to them. So do I think these families have a platform to voice without? I talked to the families without any YouTubers around, and the reason why I did that is because it's their privacy and it's their rights to file these forms and these
Who are the
complaints.
families? Who are these families you're contacting?
I mean, are you saying that you were working with Chris and Katie?
No,
Your sons?
I don't know any. I like I just said, I don't know anyone in this case.
Yeah, but who's the
I
families?
did speak to a family that Betty talked to, and she did some things to up near the Knox County area. And I helped them fill out the forms 2 weeks ago.
Well, Natalie said I was there. You interviewed me.
Yes,
Natalie,
I did.
Link, come on up. We got a whole family. Get up here, girl. Come on. You interviewed her. What'd you say to her? What was the interview? What was it like?
The tape's on Facebook.
Oh shit! You better send it on over. Better email it over. We might have to check that.
I
out.
asked her permission. Ask her if she's a woman from Knoxville.
Yeah, you can ask her. She's listening to you. Everybody's listening. You got
Ma'am, are you the one from Georgia?
Girl, this ain't just me and you. This everybody. You talking to everybody up here.
Ma'am, are you from Georgia?
I'm not from Georgia.
No,
the
she's
lady.
talking to the lady in the chat.
No,
she's
I'm
asking
not.
the lady in the chat, Natalie, the one that she interviewed.
What did I interview her? I interviewed about 12 parents, and what I did is I asked them why they came to the event.
That person said yes, by the way.
Okay. And she gave me permission to videotape her, and then we talked about what support she received in her community, why she came to the vigil, why, if there were some people there that did not support the Sebastian's army, there were some. And so I asked her what resources that she found in her state of Georgia, if she was happy with those resources. And, that's what we shared. And then we shared what tactical services that her child was receiving. We talked about sensory input, things like that.
So I wonder if she's seen you get chased down.
What she did, she is on VHB's team by the comment she made when Betty called me mentally psycho person, because she tried to have my channel taken down and it was not taken down.
Okay, that's good. It wasn't taken down.
So yes, but ma'am, if Natalie, can she hear me?
Yeah, she can hear you. Plus,
ma'am, I have no hard feelings towards you. Okay, it was a pleasure for me to videotape you, but I did ask permission, and I did write that on Betty's community page. But ma'am, you cannot, you have to understand something, okay? When you have a child, your beautiful child that you have to ask this question, ma'am. If you wanted someone to support your child, okay, I mean, in the real world, let's say for life skills, okay, life skills, because your child's not always going to be young. That child's going to have life skills, life lesson, practical application in daily living, the DLAs. Okay, do you want a person who's riding the back of a missing child to be an example for you to teach your child? Or do you want a whole community of individuals that have morals and respect for your child that you love? Which one would you want, ma'am? And that's something only you don't have to share that with us, ma'am. That
Yeah,
is your
please
first
don't
that
share.
that is your personal um decision for your child. Because your child is going to be an adult one day, and he or she, or your child, he is going to have help. So, whatever example that you're living now for your child, and you and I talked about that, whatever you're living now to teach your child, ma'am, your child will remember when you're gone.
Okay.
And-
I think people want to know more about the interaction with you and BHB with the Facebook group that you tried to take down your Facebook group.
Well, if you go to her community tab, she is called. Okay, so let's see. She had all her. I think there was 100. Let's
Is
see,
Natalie coming up?
390.
Yeah,
There you
because
go.
hold on. You guys,
Okay.
Natalie
All right.
said that her child was missing and it was due to parental alienation, and now her child is an adult. So
That's
I'm
not what she states on the video.
I'm
Confused.
Right, but her
Natalie,
child might have had a birthday between now and then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
so are you do you like do you go all over the country and audit vigils for missing or like to help curb the exploitation aspect?
That's
Is
a
that
good
Yes,
question.
what you do?
I have done that. I've been doing that for a while now, but ma'am, it's just not for vigils. There's like these. So I don't know whether silver alerts up here. Do you guys have those for the elderly?
I'm sorry, silver alerts? Yes,
Silver
yes.
alerts. Okay.
Okay, so some of the times when they have silver alert vigils out towards the west, I do some of those things over there. Um, so yes, I do, but it's a very quiet thing. Um, and there was a group of people up here looking. Um, and one lady did. If you go to BHB's community tab, you'll see my picture up there.
By the way, I want to read this ma'am's Natalie. She says, "Wow, first off, I had no idea who this woman was. No, I was not going to give my story." She says that. So, just stating that what Natalie's stating.
We were right in the middle of dragging a racist ass bitch when you came up, Texana.
Yeah, I kind of want to go back to that,
You
but
done save that ass for a little bit.
Are
For
you
a little bit.
for a
We're
little
definitely going back to it.
I want to go
We're
back.
just
I
waiting
really.
on Texana to get finished.
But
Here.
anyway,
You need Terry back. We need backing up Terry around here.
Queen Bee, thank you for allowing me to come on. I will send you the addresses, and you can put them on your community page.
Absolutely, I will. We're waiting on Natalie to come up, right? Are you getting down?
No, I'll wait for her to come up.
Okay. I don't think she's coming up.
She knows to hit that StreamYard link, right?
Yeah. But you know what's really weird? Someone asked me, why would I come in person to investigate something and be quiet? Why didn't I argue or fight with anyone? Okay, that's not what you do. You observe before you do anything or make a comment. You have to really go into the situation and look and see what is true or false.
Uh-huh.
So although these people called me, I came up and I looked and I observed. And I will say the owner of the brewery, he was very fair. Because he didn't serve coffee and that's all I drink. So I told him, I said, hey, do you mind if I go to Starbucks and get me coffee? Because I'm not running no tab. And he said, yes, ma'am, come right back. But they insisted. Well, the lady confirmed on the 25th that he did come and ask me what I was, what I was doing. But I think it's a very sad situation when you have all these individuals coming to this brewery, and this man has no idea what type of situation that he put himself and his wife in. Plus Michaela, people were there representing those animals, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
All this conflict and drama for people stating that they were being stalked or they were being harassed or whatever. None of it was true towards Betty. No one was stalking her. And what was really funny is she stated that car was the last one in the ride, and that was not true because the police officer saw me at the brewery at that time. So
How many places have you, like, is this the first place you kind of went to check if the event was okay, or was there other events that you just go to?
I've been to probably in the last 5 years, let's see, 1, 2, 3, probably about 20 events.
20 events to support them, not to order them, right?
Just 20 events to investigate and then file whatever paperwork I thought needed to be filed. What really bothered me is when they would not allow individuals to know about the organization. That was one thing. And then when I started hearing running down people with disabilities and calling people mentally all kinds of names, so I couldn't quietly stay there no more because that crossed the line. And normally I just quietly help fill out paperwork and fill out what I think needs to be done. But when you start instigating hatred and the possibilities of someone else to go missing or to die or to receive possible physical harm, you cannot allow that. And I thought about that for a long time before I came to that vigil.
Okay, so you went to the vigil, you wanted to check it out, and then basically you wanted to film. They didn't want to let you film, even though it's a public event. You're kind of sketchy with the Sebastian Army stuff because it's not really a charity. It's not under a 501c3. It's not a charity. They're not following the guidelines or the rules. They try to kick you out, and you didn't like the abusive behavior by BHB and that group of trying to chase you out and all that stuff and call the cops and intimidate you.
I don't like the abuse from the verbal or the comment of possible physical harm to me, and period.
Yeah,
and I
so
didn't like that young girl running across the field. I'm an older woman.
I get you.
And yes, it was reported, and it's a facet of things that's going to be transpiring over the next few months, and a lot of investigation by various state and federal organizations.
I have a follow-up question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so for the past 5 years, you said you've done 20 events, so that's approximately 4 events a year.
Yes, ma'am.
That you've gone to, and they're all over the country, and you do this on your career based upon your career, your education that you received, and then your career as a special ed teacher. So you're helping to make sure that organizations are remaining ADA compliant, correct?
ADA compliant, that they are following the FCC accommodation rules in public forums. And when let's say that you're a house parent of eight adults, okay? Are you familiar with that? Do you know what a house parent is?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's say you have 8 adults between the ages of 18.
I fully understand all of that. I was really just, that was all I was asking.
Yes, that's what I do, ma'am.
That's all I was clarifying. I think you go into it with good intentions. Everybody has a role that they fill, and I'm sorry that you were treated poorly by some people after showing up to ask some questions. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I'm used to that. But that's not acceptable, though. But thank you, ma'am.
No, it's not acceptable.
It's good. It is a. You have to look at it like this, okay? You quietly sit back and you listen until you get a phone call. And then you have to stand for what you believe in. And if it's morals and respect for those who need a helping hand, then that's what you do. It's not about
So
the
are
money
you
or
employed as a fraud investigator? A chat just asked a question. I've been reading chat while
fraud. No, I wouldn't say I'm a fraud investigator. I would just say that I'm very passionate about federal laws when it comes to disabilities and
So
our
you're a
veterans.
fraud. You're a fraud. You investigate people who might be like breaking the rules, basically.
Well, someone told me yesterday, they told me that, well, he is a DA detective,
Okay.
and he told me, he said, Tex, you might as well just admit that you are an investigator of facts. Well, he's an older gentleman, and well, anyway, he just more or less told me that I was a investigative tool for those who do not know the laws for some things. But the main point is this, okay? I'm going to send the information to her. VHB, she was stopped by the police by coming into my car and whatnot.
She was trying to come into. Wait. She was trying to come into your car. Or she was approaching a car.
She was. I had dropped the keys, and she was coming over by the door as I was getting into the car, approaching my right shoulder as I was trying to get into that car.
Okay.
So the situation is this. That video has children on it, has comments about some adults that were there, and I don't know those children. I don't know those adults that were there that were making those comments about. So some people have seen that. None of them are YouTubers. They are authorities.
Right. Well, and no, I mean, no YouTubers should see them if there's kids on there and stuff. So that's
No,
okay.
and that's no one's going to see that video because these children. I was watching what was happening with these kids, and as a sped teacher, I have questions myself, and but anyway, here it is. So I will tell you, you will get a large laugh if you go over and you read what they're calling me in Betty's world. They're calling me the shit cleaner. And you know what's so funny about that? And this is what is really important. And Dixie Rebel, she's one of Betty's supporters. She sent a very, very nasty comment. Well, I did not reply to it. But here's the important thing. If you know how to clean a toilet really well, and you know the difference between a septic, and sir, just give me a minute, okay? Just give me a minute. There's a point to this. And you know how to clean a septic system or cistern, okay? And you know the oxidation levels, and you know what type of disinfect to use, okay? Even though all of us flush our toilets now, but see, there are still portable potties that everyone uses once in a while. Okay, so if you're able to go and clean those portable potties and use the oxidation level with Clorox and disinfect, and you own that company, this is what I told Betty's supporters when they came to my channel. You're able to have knowledge to clean those type of porta potties, then yes, you may call me a shit cleaner. Because when you are able to clean that type of shit and get rid of it, you clean it. you can clean the next one. So that's the way I feel about the situation. Okay, you stand up for something or you walk away. Okay, and you don't give up on it.
I
Because
have
you
a
can.
follow-up.
Are you with me? Do you understand
Yeah,
the.
I
No.
fully got you. We're picking up exactly what kind of poop you're putting down. Hey, can you tell me what kind of violations that you found at this vigil during your investigation, please?
Well, there is elderly abuse. If you go to the adultprotectiveservices.com here in Tennessee.
Yeah, we
Um,
all know all about elder abuse. Yes, ma'am. We're
okay,
very aware.
there's so
What else?
that was found. Of course, the FCC violations,
You are
accommodations for
Sage.
autistic children, adults with mental illness, they were abused also. The accommodations of not allowing people to videotape, not allowing them to eat in a pub. Although that brewery does not serve food usually, they were accommodating food that day so they can still be held accountable for that.
But like, I get it. You made all these reports. I get it. You made them. Is there anything like else with Betty? Any other interactions with Betty besides when she was chasing you at the car or stuff like that, or anything else that you didn't state?
There was verbal abuse, and it was regurgitated out of their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More than just Betty, that they were going to possibly cause physical harm,
Okay.
and so yes, and if you see that picture, I know other people have it of her and
You know that
Tony.
lady you interviewed, Natalie? She's one of the BHB fans.
I know she is. I told you she made a comment about me on the community page of Betty.
My goodness. All right, babe. We appreciate you coming up. We got some other stuff to get talked about and stuff. So I appreciate you, baby.
Wait, hold up, Queen. Can I ask her one question?
Yeah,
Because I
go,
did watch these videos.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I did watch you interview Natalie, and I did see the comment. You were very respectful and kind. Why she's here, what made her want to come, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw her comment, and she made it seem when Betty said everybody was filming and chasing her around. She said you were filming her and made her feel completely uncomfortable, which she didn't look uncomfortable to me when I watched. But you also spoke to another lady who was sitting across from you,
Yes.
and you were telling her that there was going to be a search going on with a group of special education teachers, and I was wondering if that if that was real. Did y'all do that?
Yes, we did.
Okay, that was my question.
Yes, we did. But let me tell you what I told you earlier. When you're a SPED teacher, and we had that search, and they were not invited to the. If you go to the community page, on Betty's thing, I responded to their question.
Wait. You said when you are a SPED teacher, you said you're no longer a SPED teacher, not currently.
I
And
am still a licensed SPED teacher where I live, man.
oh,
But SPED teachers from this region here and myself, we did do a search. And those teachers work around within this 3-county area. And they asked for that video, and they're not getting that video because that was a private group of teachers who were looking on their own. And that group, Sebastian's Army, is not going to take those teachers, or Betty's not going to get the opportunity to run down any of those teachers. I'm sorry. I respect those teachers. Okay? That was a private search. Very few people knew about it, only those involved. And so, yes.
Okay.
And she also commented about the Warriors Project. I don't know. And yes, I do work with the Warriors program with the Sparta Art System. So, but like I told Betty's group, and I told Betty, they're not getting that video of those teachers because Betty is not going to cost any teacher their jobs. It is not
Oh,
happening.
that's good.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks, Queen. Sorry to keep it going. I'll go back
Yeah,
to chat. I just wanted to
thanks,
know if
Samantha.
search
All
was
right, I
good.
appreciate you. Thank you for coming up, Texon. I appreciate you, love. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Have a good night.
Good
All
night.
right, bye, guys.
Bye, Sam. Thank you. Have a good night, baby. All right, back to it. Back to it. My goodness gracious. My goodness. That was one hell of a sidebar, wasn't it?
But I love how
Can you play
Cappy.
JLR to clear our minds, please?
I love how Cappy freaking ducked up on this panel immediately. Thanks, Cappy. Thanks.
KB Investigates says it's a great night to be here. Oh, you wrote that too soon, didn't you, babe? Cheesy Weezy member for 14 months says I'm already in her black book. Last breadstick, $10 superstats, mark it down, clown. Sama, let's see here, member for 21 months says hugs to all. Lori, Live 360, best place on Saturday. Betty's Commissary Fund, $0. Member for 14 months. Wabi Sabi, a savage list. Should we expect Christmas cards? Yeah, she's having a temper tantrum. Tamzilla put me on the list. Shell, member for 16 months. Pure jealousy and lots of hate bonding. Oh, hell yeah. Reluctant healer. Hope this helps with the Hive Legal Fund. I appreciate that. WNC Granny won't be the first. A black book. My name's been in. Rowena, 401k. I think she deserves this award for stretching. Hell yeah, she does. That was a big stretch, wasn't it? Who said that? And then look, she doubled down and said something about that was 4 years ago. I don't give a fuck how long ago it was. You shouldn't be calling any baby a hairless monkey, you nasty bitch. Who said that? Member for 19 months. Love you in the Hive. Lil Shoe. $20 super sticker. Katie gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Katie K. I appreciate that. Thank you for showing love. If you guys got one, make sure you tell her thank you. And Bubby Garcia. Let's see here. This live is very interesting. Yeah, it open panels, man. They'll bring all kinds of things. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you really don't. Queen Bee's Cricket. Good to see you.
Not getting much use that cricket.
I am so sorry, but I still have 14 more fucking questions.
Just flip those questions. We're not backing it up anymore.
I don't want to go back there. I don't. But now my mind, now that I sat here and had a moment to digest, that lady's the hall monitor of fucking vigils. Like, right up, she's the fucking hall monitor of vigils. God forbid you don't do it by the book. So now if you're going to do a vigil, it better be ADA, FCC, EFG, LMNOP, otherwise text.
She's a vigil auditor.
Oh my God.
She's a vigil auditor. Like Doug from No Thanks, he used to audit like police.
Yes, we had First Amendment auditors, and she's a secret shopper. Yes, that's my point. Oh my God, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but this case has enough fuckery around it. You don't need to cause any more bureaucratic red tape. She's the vigil Karen.
Betty met her match. She met her match. That was it. She was done for.
I'm sorry, but like that's where all of a sudden I'm like, wait, what? Please, let's put something else on.
When I heard she said 20,
All
I
right.
was like, whoa.
This is Clear Betty Bullhorn, locked up, law. Hashtag Bullhorn Betty, hashtag court drama, restraining order, hashtag check this out.
1976
This is no wire hangers.
Made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that may otherwise be infringed.
Sumner County can kiss my white breaded ass. That's what they can do. That a judge has the right to constrain my voice on matters that involve me. And with these two people, my life, now you're telling me I can't talk about my life? You can get bent with that garbage. You can get bent with that garbage real quick. I don't give a rat's ass who this judge is.
Okay, there's two of my look. I'm gonna need you to stop fucking parroting me. God damn it! You hear me? Listen. Look at our little thing. Look what it says, and she loves to say it. What's it say? 1-900 get bent with our roach hats and our roach joints. You see that? Quit using that fucking word. And rat's ass? No. Well, you can't. You can take rat's ass, but you ain't taking rat's fat kneecap. You better keep that shit out of your fucking mouth, Betty.
Good morning. So what I'm hopeful, I mean, it's a damn shame that the state attorney won't.
And I feel like this is, sometimes, man, sometimes people get their karma, and if you're lucky, God will let you watch. And I feel like this is definitely some karmic beauty. Listen to what she says, you guys.
Just drop this. I've committed no crimes. I don't even have a ticket in their town. Literally not even a ticket. And they're wanting to pursue this and wanting to just drag it out and make it as expensive as possible on me and the people that are supporting me. And
they're wanting to drag it out and make it as expensive as possible on me and the people that support me. Well, that's real fucking rich coming from your fucking mouth, Betty.
Oh my God. It's like she has no self-awareness.
None at all. Babe, you're probably going to have to Google or YouTube how to get your devices connected, because it still says device is not connected. Maybe restart your phone or something. I don't know what's going on, Sean, but it still says device is not connected. Right, just like she's doing to me. Same fucking bullshit. The same bullshit.
Well, to be fair, she's facing up to like 6 years in jail if she gets, consecutive all those 6 charges. And
yeah, no, she's just running up the fucking bill to cost me money, and
Yeah, but she's gonna go to jail if she
try to cause me stress and cost money to those that support me, and that kind of shit. Yeah, she's looking at jail time. I'm not, but it still doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. What will you do if she served like 6 years in jail?
What do you mean? I don't wish jail on anybody, but that's her own fault. I mean, sorry for you. Quit acting like a fucking donkey's ass. Quit doing stupid shit that you ain't supposed to be doing. Stop having fucking warrants and doing stupid shit.
I kind of wish jail. I'm kind of that petty, so I'm wishing jail on her. So just a heads up.
You ain't never been, y'all. You don't know what it's like.
Well,
Listen, I ain't never been, but I'm smart enough to know you don't wish that on anybody. No, sir.
I think you kind of screw yourself over once you tell the judge to kiss your white bread ass before you go into sentencing. I think you kind of need a reality check.
No, it wouldn't be your phone got hacked, baby. It's just because you got a bunch of things open and you have them open on your Google bar or your Chrome bar or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. What?
I was saying hi to Rabbit in the chat.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm still talking to Shauna back here. She's still sitting in the back trying to get in, but I can't let her in because it's not letting me. It's saying device is not connected. And it's got to be because she's got something open. She's got to have, what I'm saying? There's something open somewhere.
She might need to clear her cache, like the cookies and the cache and that, because it might have been from a former window that it didn't, maybe that.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. She's got some windows open somewhere. I know it's the iPhone thing. I'm telling you, I already know. Are you using Safari or what are you using? You're on an Android? Okay, so then you should be able to hit that middle button in the bottom middle button, and it should open up everything you have open. Hit that bottom middle button and close everything out. All those little tabs you got open, you probably got like 100 tabs open, girl. Close all those out. You gotta... Good Lord. See what I'm saying? I already fucking knew. Close them all out. It's going to knock you out of here too. But close all of them out. Every single last one of them. Then go back in your YouTube. Pause your YouTube and hit StreamYard link. You should be able to come up here on the panel then. Once everything's closed out. Nope, knocked yourself off. All right, come back. So when you get on your YouTube, pause it and bring your ass up here on the StreamYard link.
Yo, Seth Rogers, I heard you like him young. You better not go to cell block number 1. Katie was a teen when you fell in love. Then you had a son. Sebastian go missing and now you play dumb. Now you suspect number 1. Wah, 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 wah. Done, you messed up. Ah, wah, 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 wah. You done messed up. Now you're under fire for messing with a minor. You ain't like me. They ain't like us. They ain't like us. They ain't like us.
They ain't like us. They ain't like us.
A shame. It's a waste of taxpayer money in Sumner County. It's a waste of resources in Sumner County. It's just a total waste. Everything is a waste, and it's going to cost them as much money as it's going to cost me, if not more.
Get into the POS, Detective Lisa Byington. Which makes me wonder, how many people has she unlawfully arrested? If she's willing to do what she did to me, how many others are there in Sumner County that doesn't have the platform or the ability to defend themselves, such as myself?
And it's just, it's a little frustrating, but we're going to go there. I'm going to be present, and I'm fighting, right? And I don't really care what goes on in that courthouse on Tuesday, because if it doesn't go my way, it's being immediately appealed. I'm over it. I broke no laws. And this is, in my opinion, a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt that was, and I'm just not going to go into it any further than that. It's a witch hunt. And I'm going in there, and I've got an attorney, as many of you know. And so we're just going to work it. I know people are concerned about me. Don't be concerned about me. I am a big girl, okay? This is not my first rodeo with bull crap charges. So we'll go through this process, and we'll be successful in the end. And that's just how it's going to be. But we have to start getting all these distractions shaken off, right? I'd like to see the county do to Dog what they did to me. You know, he's got some really high-powered attorneys. It won't go nowhere, just like this is not going to go anywhere. But again, I digress. I'm not going to get into it. I'm just a little frustrated that all this money has to be paid to go out there for this case to go absolutely nowhere. It's just a waste. So, you know, let the county do whatever they're going to do.
Sucks for you, babes.
Yeah, it's just a big fucking waste. Big ass waste.
Looks like she's getting more hoops than her ears.
Well, one of those is a 3-in-1, and then she's got her big hefty hoops.
Yeah. Very interesting. Anywho.
We'll get in there and fight. I know for a fact in my heart and in my soul, not one crime has been committed by me in any community that I've covered true crime in, let alone one that I was only in for 2 days or 4 days to do video editing and video capturing.
But as far as them stopping Bullhorn Betty, they stopped absolutely nothing. And
I'm over it. I'm over the BS. I really am.
I'm over it. Sumner County Sheriff can kiss Bullhorn Betty's ass. And if my attorney has a problem with it, oh well.
But once this is all over, we need to bring it back to Sebastian. Once this distraction is in the garbage, we need to bring it back to Sebastian. We need to get our butts out there. We need to start doing what we can. We need to start going through all of social media and looking for any and all information that might help and lead to the thank you, Misty, that might lead to the whereabouts of Sebastian Rogers. At the end of the day, Sebastian is the reason why I went to jail.
On what grounds?
No.
Oh, they arrested me for using.
Sebastian's not why you went to jail. Stop using him as a shield right fucking now.
Yeah, you went to jail because of your stupidity and your arrogance that you think you're above the law, and your stupidity that you actually, filmed it while you were breaking the law.
Yeah, you went to jail for harassing his fucking family and being an asshole to the judge and not showing up, having a warrant.
That too.
Using hashtags in my
hashtags in your bullshit. Yeah, well, you know what? You shouldn't have been hashtagging their fucking name when you already knew. That's like tagging them so that they see all your bullshit.
Videos here on this channel.
But you know what's so sad is that it's taken away from Sebastian. All of this. Even my commentary. It's taken away from Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, a 15-year-old boy, a 15-year-old highly functioning autistic boy that disappeared from his home. He's been gone for almost 7 months. 7 blessed months. Hasn't been seen or heard from since. No hide nor hair. No medication refill that we know of. Gone. Poof. Disappeared. No explanation. No real explanation. No real explanation. So, what do you do? What do you do? I always go back to the drawing board. Okay? I am fighting very hard to find and locate this young man. And if this is it's a badge of honor. I will tell you that. Me going to jail for such a great cause is a badge of honor. And me being able to show the world what goes on in this county is a badge of honor. And that's
A badge of honor for having a warrant for protective orders put out against you because you're harassing the family of a missing child. That is a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Good God.
I mean,
Well, when you're going for martyrdom.
Yeah, what the fuck?
to do. I am a little perturbed that the DA knows right from wrong and is allowing this to proceed. Just saying. So we'll see what we have to deal with. We'll go in there, pray to God that my attorney is, he's prepared. He's a very good attorney. Don't get me wrong. I love my attorney. And I'm very blessed and thankful for his representation. Without a doubt, no hands bar, just a great attorney.
You guys just don't like it when you lose. You think you won. No, you won a small little battle. I'm about to win the damn war.
Well, you're definitely going to win something. Usually the stupid award. I think you've won that one. Comes with jail time. And a course on how to make fucking cheesy man wheezies and fucking peppermint instant coffee. Lattes. So congratulations. Anywho. What an interesting stream this has been. I have to say, a very interesting situation.
There's no wire hangers link in the chat.
All right.
So if anybody wants to go over and sub up, make sure you sub up and give her a like and stuff. But if anybody wants to watch it or didn't get to see it or,
Yeah.
All right. So tell me about this Dogged Bounty Hunter site that you were talking about.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about cyberporn. No, apparently if you go to this website, the only link that works is the donate. And
want to put it in the back?
Sure. And I looked, I think with a bunch of us, we were looking up like the name, the charity, and we found, let me see. 1 second.
I went with
sent it to you.
I followed with what Rabbit showed, and it shows like the links don't work, right? And then I went off of, I was like, well, that was enough to make me believe the other research that they found. I agree.
Yeah. And apparently, let me see. Here, I put that there. That's the website. And apparently, people were help me find the actual thing, and it's not under. It's a Dog Foundation, and they don't they haven't filed the 990. They have an EIN number, but there's no revenue shown, there's no expenses shown, there's no total assets shown, there's no total liability shown, and it's under the wife's name, the company. So it's a little odd. A little odd.
Yeah, what the hell?
So here's the link to their main website, and if you actually go through the link, and you go down to actual residential services, you know how it's like highlighting how you're supposed to you can click on it and you can go to different pages to read. They don't work. They just do nothing. They're dead links, and the only link that works is their donate button.
Yeah, I'm clicking on all these, and then none of them will open.
Yeah.
That one sure opened.
Yeah, the donate one open.
Yeah, every dollar counts.
And the charity still exists, but there's no 990s. Like, I have not been able to look at their 990. I don't know if it's like because they filed in 2022 and maybe it's taking a little bit of time for it to get into the system, but I did not see a 990. And if you don't know, a 990 is usually if it's under $50,000, you can actually you can do a 990, and you have to show all your taxes for your corporation, what you spent, your deductions, everything. And you can see that. For instance, you can see that for Tyler Feller's channel. You can see that for other channels. And you can go to ProPublica, you put the EIN number in, you can actually watch it. And apparently, yeah, this is the link to the ProPublica, the 990 site, and I do not see a 990. And it's called Dog Foundation, apparently. So that's interesting. Don't know. I want to be excited. So basically, doesn't show anything. And if it's under his wife's name, the new wife's name, the company. And I seen an article. He was doing He was doing a charity event in 2023, where they were raising money for the charity that he's running right now. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this is. It's a little weird that there's not like it's like that. Maybe it just need to update their website. Maybe they haven't filed it. Maybe the 990 takes a while for it to load into the system. I think 2 years is enough, but who knows? But it's a little odd.
It got lost in the mail, maybe.
What state is it incorporated in? It is in, it says Colorado. Let me just make sure. Pull up the other one. Give me a second. I'm going to just pull it up with a second. Yep, it is in Castle Rock, Colorado. And the form, I saw the incorporation letter, and its mailing address is in Florida. I'm going to say that much. And it's under the principal officer name and address is his wife. And gross receipts not greater than $50,000, it says. But I was not able to print out the actual tax form of the 990 that would actually show me the itemized list of what they spent their money on. So very odd. And it would only come up as the Dog Foundation Inc., which I was trying to find, but someone found it for me, helped me out. But yeah.
So you're telling us again, essentially, what looks like a new corporation has been established, and now somebody that doesn't have maybe up and up records has come in and made a $25,000 pledge towards the $50,000 up to $50,000 the FBI is offering currently.
No, I just think like I don't know how this company works. I don't know how this company's supplying housing, counseling, and all these things when they don't even have $50,000 and they're not even itemized and they don't show anything. So it shows that they have no money. So I don't know how you could be a survival advocate, legal services, gardening and fitness, education, medical and dental care, life skill training, vocational training, counseling, and therapy with art, music, and horses with no money. And your website doesn't let you link and look at anything. And you don't exactly have the most you know, easily like transparent way, like where all your facilities are operating and stuff like that. Just my thoughts. So yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. Maybe the ProPublica, maybe the websites need to update, but usually when you have a 990, even if it's under $50,000, you're able to see.
I heard Dog Bounty Hunter blocked Rabbit.
Yep, she did. She asked him about confronted him about that whole shenanigans he did on News Nation, and he immediately blocked her.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know where his money's coming from. I don't know what's going on here. It's a little odd. Just me.
A little sketch.
It's a little sketch for
little
sure.
Fucking sketch.
Nick the Hat apparently is advocating and saying for Bullhorn Betty and stating that, that they're throwing people in jail, they're telling the truth. That's great. Journalists.
Betty's advocating for him?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Tim, read the bottom of the page. Yeah, I know. It says 2022. They incorporated in 2022 with this company and it's still active. I read it. So the charity exists, but there's no paper trail and how much who donates, how much money it deducts, or anything. And it's been around for 2 years and been part of large charity events. So, anywho, very odd. I mean, there is a song.
He blocked Rabbit because he's a fucking asshole and he doesn't want to fucking be outed, of course. I mean, when she asked him about it, and he immediately blocks her. Come on now.
Yeah, it's real weak ass shit. It's almost as weak as someone trying to make up bullshit about you with some sort of recording, trying to claim that you say something and then play that and act like it says something like that, and then block everyone's comments who might say, "Hey, you have a pretty weak fucking stretch here." It's almost as weak as that. You know what I mean,
dude?
Weak ass savage.
A big old fucking epic nothing burger. The only thing she did was get people to pay her money in super chatter for her vacation in 2 weeks. People were
She's
so
like,
dumb.
because I said she couldn't crack 500. So she's like, I got to get 500 in here. I got to get 500 people in here. But see, look, the thing of it is that video sat on a channel for 10 hours with not one fucking view. Not one. Yep, I got the screenshot.
Yeah, because he's irrelevant.
So obviously it was sent to her, and then she's listening to some dumb fuck, put it up, made herself look stupid too. Because there's comments on there, like the two, she just started approving comments, obviously, because there's like 2 on there that like we didn't even hear shit. We listened to like 20 times and didn't hear shit.
And what's fucked up is that she's trying to imply that you would say that to your children, that type of thing. And it's like, what's with her going after children all the fucking time? Like,
I don't know, that's some sick ass shit. I can't get down with that.
I mean, like that. It's always goes after the children. It's like, Jesus Christ, lady, how about you stop doing that?
Mad as fuck when Dolly asked about her grandbaby. We stuck up for her with that bullshit too.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the quickest way to hurt somebody.
Yeah, man. It's really fucked up. You sit there, you imply
it hurts her
about...
more than it hurts me because she looks like a fucking fool. And I mean, you can tell. Go look at my community tab. There's fucking comment after comment after comment.
Yeah.
Of how fucking stupid she looks.
Well, she does look stupid. She looks like she's desperate. I mean, she is. I mean, like your last comment was like when she was trying to like saying like, because Clue's on your panel, like, oh my God, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, that was her last little outing. Yeah, where she was trying to,
like, yeah. We don't need you to tell us with the community tab that you know about that. 1,500, like 10 to 12,000 people know about that too. It's not a big secret. We didn't have a secret meeting in the back rooms or something like that where we said, "Hey, can you come over?" No, it was on a live stream. I stand by it. Believe me. It's like, really? I mean, come on.
Loser.
Yeah, and then she counts people's super chats, and she sits there and she goes after people's kids like this, and she makes shit up all the time. And then I heard like she was like had this panel last night. I didn't watch it because I didn't really want to waste my time, to be honest with you. I heard something about it, and
yeah, I asked you guys, I'm like, why didn't nobody tell me she had an open panel? I sure would have took the link.
I heard about the next day when I woke up, because I go to bed at a normal time because I have a job and that requires me to have a set schedule.
We talked about the bedtime rule.
We talked about the
Tim,
bedtime.
you and I don't have jobs. You're 68 years old and
68,
escaping from the
She don't
nursing
have a
home.
fucking job either.
Like, she's basically sitting there and she does an open panel, doesn't tell anyone it, and it's interesting. It's very interesting. Like, you would think that she would invite you over and be like, hey, Queen, would you like to come over?
Oh,
and
I'm
have a
sure. Yeah,
combo?"
well, I wonder why I didn't get a community tab on that.
Yeah.
Or tagged or anything.
I heard I was hated by some groups of people. That was interesting. That was very interesting.
Do you give a fuck?
I don't give a fuck. I used to give a fuck, but I don't really give a fuck because it's like, at the end of the day, you learn to just like, you can't please everyone and you just keep it moving. And that's how it goes.
Well,
but
here's the good news, B Tim. Look. Here, dude, you didn't have a fuck to give, but here. I'll give you a fuck right there. There's a fuck.
Okay, good. Put that in the bottle. We're gonna collect those fucks.
Yes.
It beats him as rich elderly man who owns an island. Yeah, right. Don't start that. They'll be like making other rumors about me.
I'm beginning to think that you're a pirate. You've been talking about having silver lying around.
I have silver because I like to prep just in case if like the world currency suddenly goes down, and I like to diversify investments. So I collect regular coins and also junk silver. And also gold is too overvalued, but silver market has been, and I collected it, a while ago. So just in case. And the thought is that if you had a giant bar of silver, how would you cut that bar of silver to use as currency if this entire market collapsed? So
well, I mean,
you see what Stitching said?
Uh-oh.
You apparently don't have a job. You sit on the internet all day. Hold on, what did she say? Unsupervised slurred something about you. Need to shut the fuck up. I beat him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's rich coming from someone who's slurring their speech while on a panel, man. Maybe you shouldn't be drinking on a panel. That would probably be the best thing. I would probably tell you. Not a good idea to start drinking a bunch of booze and jumping on a panel. It's never a good idea.
Oh, but she's the self-righteous, judgment of YouTube, right?
Yes, and then I don't know, that woman, I think unsupervised basically never really liked me that much. She's been
welcome to the club, B Tim.
Yeah, like for some reason she never liked me. She came up here once. The only time I actually talked to her was when she was kind of getting annoyed with me by talking about Turtle Boy, and she said she wanted to confirm. I think it was like some sort of confirming the charges with Turtle Boy or something like that. That was the only time, and she thought I was like that. I don't remember the exact conversation. That was the only situation I remember. And
listen, did you ever lose any sleep?
No, I sleep like
sleep over the fact that unsupervised maniac doesn't like you. Because I know I haven't.
Yeah, I mean, that's the situation. It's like, I don't really care because at the end of the day, that person doesn't actually make any sense.
Not going to run into him at the grocery store, on the train, on the bus.
Yeah. And people, and you know what? On the internet, people are welcome to their opinions. You could just not like me all day, every day. It does not matter. I'm sure there's plenty of people that don't like her. I just thought it was the most illogical reasons for someone not to like someone. It's like, well, he used to be, he talks too much. Well, welcome to fucking a podcast. Welcome to YouTube. Everyone is talking. Like, I don't know what your expectations are. Did you just think I was going to sit here quietly and not say a word? I mean, I don't know. And it's just a crazy situation. What do you think of Bitcoin? I wouldn't invest in Bitcoin if my life depended on it. It's a terrible investment. It's a Ponzi scheme by the super rich to hope for gullible fools to throw their money into it, and that they will eventually dump on the greater fool. It's a greater fool scam. It has no intrinsic value because it actually burns more energy than it actually produces. Like it's just an engine for like speculation, and I would not throw it. It's not like an actual crypto coin that is actually more innovative. It's just a giant greater fool theory investment tool. I would never throw money into that. Never. And I'm sure you might be able to make money, but you know what? Some people make money having scratch off tickets in lottery. Doesn't mean it's a great investment opportunity. Just saying. My opinion. I'm sure I'm going to piss some people off of that.
Oh, and I just wanted to correct you. It is called a sleep mask.
Yeah, okay. I Googled it. Yes, it is a sleep mask.
It's okay, but it's kind of cool that you're a little bougie like that.
No comment.
However, as a single person, I'm just going to let you know that you live in a bigger area where there's more crime and stuff, and I would be more concerned about a safety risk because not only are your ears muffled, but your eyes are also blinded. So heaven forbid somebody came in to rob your bounty, you would already be blinded and deaf. So
I don't have to worry about that because let's just say there's security.
that's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. I don't have to worry about
Let's
that.
just say there's security. Let's just say.
Yay.
A lot of security.
You know what, Cheeky? You'd have to go ask them when they turn the comments on. I mean,
What did Cheeky say?
I'm just curious what Val says about it all. Surely she can't approve or be on board with all that hate. That's something you'd have to ask them. That's something you'd have to,
Yeah, you got to be asking her because apparently.
And I don't give a fuck if it happened 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Your followers today sure as fuck didn't know about it.
Yeah, just if you're going to be like the whole modder and stop, go after everyone calling them racist, maybe people should know about your past. I'm just saying,
What the fuck is a bum book? A bum book is what Savage keeps when she writes down all the subscribers and the people that send super chats and memberships and stuff like that. And Val's been around long enough. She knows. She knows what goes on over there. That's why you don't see her usually on the streams when she's acting a fucking fool. Val's nowhere to be found because she doesn't, I'm guessing, doesn't want to be a part of it. I don't know. I can't speak for her.
It gets like ridiculous because you sit here and it's like you pretty much do nothing to this lady, and this just basically decides to like not only fucking hate bond with every piece of scum on this fucking platform to try to drag your name through the fucking mud, but also makes up shit about you on a constant basis and acts like we're the ones that are fucking like, this is like overreacting. No, ma'am, that's bullshit. That's absolutely bullshit because we didn't start this shit. We didn't start fucking going after you, Savage. You started this whole thing for no fucking reason. For a time slot. Really? Like, really? A time slot? I couldn't believe it. I sat there, I'm like, man, why?
Oh, that's what it started over. And then it led into the bullshit and more bullshit and more bullshit and then lies after lie after lie.
Yeah. Just outrageous shit, man. It's just really outrageous. Where do you buy your silver from? I would say eBay. I would say probably coin dealer, stuff like that. Depends.
Well, the moment that the time slot issue was explained, like, look, it isn't intentional. My kids got practice. My kids got this. This is the time I'm able to go live. Okay. Then it was the next thing. Oh, we don't go at parents. You ain't a team player. Okay.
Well, hold on. Free hearing test. I'm gonna need you to go on over to Savage's so she can get a free hearing test Because obviously that bitch, she has a hard time hearing shit. Let's see here. Sarah Lynn. Bomb did a rumble a few days ago, and she laid out exactly what Sav would do as she attacks you, making shit up. Next, Sav will recruit others to attack you. She already has tried to
Yeah.
recruit others. It was interesting to be laid out.
Yeah, it's just like the usual playbook that she pulls, and it's like such bullshit. Because it's like, this is a woman that came to me about a year and a half ago. She was worried that I was, because at one point I was confronted by forgot who it was, but I was confronted. They thought I was panel hopping on them to try to steal their subs. I don't even have a channel, but they thought I was trying to steal their subs, and they thought that they didn't want to have someone backstab them. And they were so many times in the
Yeah,
past.
that was really weird too.
Yeah. And I'm like sitting here, I'm like, no, I'm not planning on backstabbing, but it turned out you backstabbed us. I mean, like, congratulations. All for a damn time slot. And you people act, and she just acts like a complete fool. And then she invites like these people who, honestly, like, just a wackadoo squad. You got unsupervised who just doesn't stop drinking while on a live stream and hates me for no fucking reason. Well, I'll make sure you hate me for a good reason, ma'am. Maybe you should stop drinking while you're on a live stream. How's that? Make your video now. Then you got fucking Chronicles of the Shady, the most perfect name I've ever heard someone ever got, who is like so blind to one side, blocks you, makes a video about you and blocks you, and makes up a bunch of bullshit about you, clip farms people, which you should be clipping this one now, and acts like a complete idiot in chat. So it is what it is. And I don't even know what the reason why she even doesn't like Queen. Honestly, I have no fucking clue. To this fucking day, just out of the blue.
You don't even know. She just makes shit up.
Yeah.
She ain't got to be mad.
Yeah, Savage time slot. The Lemonhead man, I'm not even going to say his channel, the Lemonhead man, came on this panel to confront Queen, thinking that Queen was lying about Emmy. Turns out, no. Queen was telling
it was true. She was bribing her fucking students to fucking do her YouTube channel. Yep, it was definitely true. And that got called out too and put out.
And instead of that motherfucker apologizing and saying, man, I was fucking played, that motherfucker doubles down to this motherfucking day and just like, and is the biggest loser on this platform, to be honest with you. This man has, like, I've heard, has multiple channels, spends all his time.
He's a little bitch.
I'm like,
I wonder why he can't have a channel in his name. K9 Charlie said, write this one down. I'm grown. My hubs don't even tell me where to go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm wondering if he's like one of those homeless people that stand next to the electrical cord with his phone charging it, doing YouTube videos, to be honest with you. Because I don't know how he has the time of day to fucking make videos all day and be on YouTube. It's just ridiculous. I mean, and then you got this crew that's coming together. And Earth, she's trying to like literally wear the skin of Savage. I mean, it's weird at this point. It's like, I feel like we're watching that movie from like Silence of the Lamb, and she's the Buffalo Bill. And she's like got Savage down in the motherfucking hole. It's just put the lotion on the skin or it will get the hose again. And it's just like, he's like, you know, Earth is ready to fucking Buffalo Bill Savage to wear her skin so she can finally be a relevant YouTuber. I mean,
Which
like,
is funny because it was Molly's skin that she wanted to wear a few years ago.
Well, there's enough of it. But like seriously, and this group of people sit here and act like complete fools. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And for no fucking reason, no good reason at all. Chronicles, I have no clue. Lemon Boy was completely wrong and never apologized, never acted like a real man, never really apologized for all the bullshit he did. Just basically acts like a fucking fool on his irrelevant bullshit channels. You got
well, he's a little bitch.
Yeah.
A straight little bitch.
Yeah.
That's it, that's all.
Yeah. And you got unsupervised who's just basically,
I mean, I wouldn't even don't even sit here and list all the fucking you know what I'm saying, little fuck bags. Why?
Yeah, I know.
There ain't no point. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Don't give them motherfuckers clout.
True that. But I just figured, you know, why not for a little
Ain't
bit.
a reason the first. Fuck them all.
True that.
How?
You just cut right out.
Yeah, you did cut out.
My damn mute won't. My button is getting. I don't know. My button doesn't want to work. It's anyway. Imagine grinding out here to get an island vacation, and then going on your island vacation and being so bored that you have to tune in to see what Savage is going to expose about Queen Bee. You're in fucking paradise that your subs paid for. And you're so worried to find out about what Queen's getting exposed for on YouTube.
That's sad. That is sad.
Sludge, go drink a pina colada and chill the fuck out.
Did she like almost try to ask someone to she was about to have someone push her in the water or her husband pushed in the water if like someone tossed her like $150 or something like that? I heard from someone.
Oh, I didn't. I just happened to hear a little clip of, "Hey, Joneson."
Yeah, I mean, but that's just hate bonding. It's just weird because, like, I swear to God, I got so much shit.
I haven't even seen that fucking, sludge bag around anywhere, actually.
That's because she's in Aruba on vacation.
Oh, have fun.
I mean, she needed that Aruba money.
All right. We what?
She needed that Aruba money. She said she needed that Aruba money, remember?
Was it Duke or was it my kids? Because the conversation that you played was me talking about my kids. So let's get that right. So was it you alleging it was my dog when I said my kids come in? So my dogs say mom, mom, mom. Since when do dogs talk? You fucking idiot. Nice try. Listen, little fuckbag. Your stupid ass video sat there for 10 fucking hours with not one fucking view. Okay, that should tell you. that should tell you something. All right, moving on. Lill Skid Row. Here's her shit from today. Holy fuck, you guys. Get ready for the bullshit, because here we fucking go.
She got the hoopers.
Landed.
What?
She's got the hoop earrings.
She's been had the hoops in. She been had the hoops in. Yeah, nobody heard the N-word. Nobody heard any fucking word. Nobody heard anything at all. Fuck. Go listen to the fucking clip I put out. You sure as hell hear what the fuck that racist little bitch has to say, calling somebody's baby a hairless monkey.
Oh, she said worse in other clips.
Oh, she definitely said worse. For sure.
I'm on Wi-Fi, hotel Wi-Fi. It never works too well for me when I do hotel Wi-Fi, but I wanted to let you guys know I'm okay. Safe travels today. And, we're still working on trying to find any information that will lead to Sebastian coming home safely or, the apprehension of those responsible. Hey, Sheena.
And she thinks Dog the Bounty Hunter is coming to go to court with her. Duke's always been, damn it, Duke. Damn it, Duke. Not in Sumner County, only here.
Boodlebug. You crack me up every time I see your name. Linda, Michelle, Stephanie, it's nice to see you. Patricia, hopefully I'm coming in good. Sorry. I came in here, my AD didn't work. So I had to reset it. Our guy, good gracious. This is why I'm coming so late is because I ended up coming when I got here and the first thing I did was take a shower.
How many white clams have we had?
Started off over at my best friend's house. Her had to be around her either a cat or a human. I had a Frosty. I have apple dump cake. Oh, that sounds so good. The closer it starts getting to the holidays, folks.
I thought she didn't smoke. Why? It's probably just a glitching in the in the screen, but
it's probably the hotel Wi-Fi, Queen.
Yeah,
so it could be.
I'm telling you, manhunt. You know what's crazy is I brought my tripod. Manhunt.
Oh wow. See, and that's the thing. Look, Dog the Bounty Hunter he's always chased after like grown ass adults. He's never went and looked for missing kids. He's never done bounties on kids. He's a bounty hunter for adults who break their bond. Since when does he go and get involved in missing children's cases? Since when?
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't law enforcement need to invite him in?
Well, you would think, but no, he said he's independent. He's from law enforcement. And so did Nick. They both said that. They are working independently, separate of law enforcement. So.
Oh, wow. Oh, shoot. This is what I was hearing about. Holy smokes. I was here. Vaguely. Here's what's going on. So a manhunt is underway for at least one suspect after several people shot Saturday near an interstate in a rural area of Laurel County, Kentucky, located south of Lexington, according to the sheriff's office. The active shooter situation occurred near I-75, about 9 miles north of the city of London, where numerous persons have been shot, says the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. The London Police Department has identified 32-year-old Joseph A. Couch as a person of interest who is considered armed and dangerous, described as a white male, roughly 5'10", weighing about 154 pounds, the police say. The agency is urging people to contact their 911 call center with any information regarding the whereabouts or location on this individual. Kentucky State Police Trooper Scotty Pennington said via social media the suspect has not been caught at this time. We are urging people to stay inside. Law enforcement will provide. So if you're in those counties, let me read these counties again.
Yeah, she's only reading that because she saw that JLR and HML got like almost 10,000 people each in their chat.
I was going to say they had some big ass chats.
Yeah. Like HML had almost 85 to 9,000 people. So that's the only reason why she's reading that. She's not reading that because she's like actually gives a fuck. She reads that because it's a trending topic and she's hoping to get the numbers, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Slowly turning traffic around. And what initially, very quickly, it did not look that way. But initially, when they were called out there, they believed that it was a hunting accident and very quickly changed their mind and realized that this was a little more serious. And I'm talking about Ballard, her father, Tommy Ballard. So Crystal Rogers was unalived by her boyfriend. And then they believe it's possible Nick Howard them. We just don't know. Connection between Jason Ellis and Crystal Rogers and Tommy Ballard. We knew the connection between Crystal Rogers and Tommy Ballard, but we couldn't figure out the connection between Jason Ellis. And so one of the things that we did learn is that, Lexington's like right around there. We heard that there was some type of heist or whatever drug ring that was how much booze was missing. It was a lot of money. So I don't know, but it was more money than I ever thought booze should be worth. I can tell you that, but it sounds like they took barrels of it and there was some, they literally not.
This is like clickbait 101. Like she has Sebastian Rogers in Tennessee and she's talking about almost every fucking thing but that case.
Well, she's talking about the one that relates back to the Lexington area, the Crystal Rogers case.
Yeah.
It's just so gross.
Bootleg, they lifted, and they remember because somebody had buried a drum and they thought it was from the heist, and so they actually dug up the drum and found out it was a much lower grade of whiskey. Like how many people are knocking off whiskey stores and taking their barrels of whiskey? It's happening in Kentucky. I tell you, I'm not lying. It's the truth, and it's been recent too. I know you guys probably thinking I'm a little crazy. Go look it up. I'm telling you, Kentucky. Don't be messing with their whiskey now. It's off with the head. Bardstown is a little over an hour away from Lexington. See, Izzy girl, because we're trying to find a connection, when you have to look at something big. Think about it. It's an officer, somebody just unalived the officer. So you have to think if he knew something, it had to have been something really big. And he lost his life before Crystal and Tommy lost their lives. So naturally, he didn't know about them. So it's not one of those things. So it makes you wonder, who was it? But when you start reading some reports, there's hints of, it's almost like law enforcement is hinting that there is somebody that was mentally ill. I don't know, but I'm thinking.
The fuck is she
I'm wondering why Nick is sticking up for her.
You know why Nick's sticking up for her.
That's sure what it seems like,
Nick is hanging out with Seth Rogers. Seth Rogers is some reason just loves BHB harassing his ex-wife. And whoever is shitting on his ex-wife, he just loves. So that's why Nick is helping out. Dog's already picked a side. Nick's already picked a side. As much as they sit there and they're like, well, we want to just not talk about any of the parents while they're accusing the parents of the other side of Katie of doing something or kidnapping their kid and have him stashed somewhere now. It's like fucking outrageous. So that's the truth.
It's custody battle gone wrong.
Yeah.
A remodeling business or rental business he's ever tried to have has all failed. I don't know. I'm not saying he's, I don't know any of this. This is allegedly, do your own research, do your own fact finding, but that's kind of how it is. And remember, Nick has not, even though the state attorney, I wonder if I got that. Hold on. You guys will have to watch this. Hold on. We're going to watch this. This will kind of remind you guys of Crystal.
Apparently during this
his grandmother's property, and they're digging up. They hear or they think that she must be there or something to that effect. So, that is in Bardstown, but that's what I thought when I started reading this article about.
And look, this whole fucking live, there's nothing in here about Sebastian so far, and we are 20 minutes in a 38-minute video. And it says the Eagle has landed, still looking for Sebastian Rogers in Tennessee.
The I-75, because about 833. You can't just get a subscription, only when you use it. So, I'd be willing to pay. I don't know what I pay for a great internet on the road.
It's terrible. I don't know if it's the hotel or what, but it is bad.
I don't know, but I have a funny feeling it's going to be pretty expensive. But just to get through it, right? We'll get just like we get through every single other thing. We go over it, under it, or around, right? And just keep moving. So this is a bump in the road. We're looking at it. It's just a distraction. And once we're over this hurdle, we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep making it about Sebastian. We're going to keep doing the right thing. We're going to have, I'm going to be a part of doing, keeping his name out there and waving. We want the people in the community to know they have a missing kid. He really could. He could be anywhere.
That is true. He could be anywhere. Doesn't mean, the parents are automatically guilty, though.
So you want to keep our eyes on your 100,000.
Did you see SF Investigates made another post? I'm pretty sure he.
I did. He did. I read it. I read it. I didn't read it out loud. I just read it myself.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm about to pull it up. We'll read it.
Reasons why, if somebody knows something, come forward. Just come forward. Get this stuff done and over with. The sooner you can come forward, the sooner you can get it off your chest. I can't imagine holding a secret like this in. It's got to be horrible. Somebody knows something that's probably not sleeping at night anymore. You're watching this and you have some information. If you come forward, reach out anonymously. Hopefully, when you have to call back, I'm just saying. If you know something, you already saw something, say something. We're out and you saw a vehicle.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's so bad.
And it took her 23 minutes in a 30-minute video to start talking about the case. That's actually pretty good for her. Oh yeah, I put the post of SF's what he put on Twitter.
Yeah, I was getting ready to share it just to make sure I pulled it up.
Okay, so she's talking about another case other than Sebastian Rogers. Okay, great. Again. This is not an open panel, by the way. This is not like someone jumped up and sidebarred hers, like happened an hour ago.
Right.
This is a planned live where she sits down and has a plan for this true crime channel. And she just talks about everything else but this child. And is clickbaiting the fuck out of everyone.
Listen to SF. He says, I can't fathom being such an utter flop at life. E.g. BHB missing 911. That you have no choice but to obsess over someone else's success because you've achieved absolutely nothing on your own. If you want to challenge me, bring your so-called success to the table. Let's compare verifiable results head to head, and we'll see exactly why families chose me. They choose me because I deliver real results. I'm honest, and nothing matters more to me than the families and their missing loved ones. They're not just a payday or a headline. They are my priority, and I give them every ounce of effort and energy I have. That's the difference. People like you, flops, don't have the skill, integrity, or most importantly, the empathy to be involved in missing persons cases. You just want to ride the coattails of others because you lack the ability, the skill, and the heart. Thank God your incompetence keeps you sidelined to the comment section for the most part, while the professionals handle the cases. And then it says success is the best revenge. But look, Trevor Lee is one of the first ones that commented, nobody doing more than you will ever try to pull you down. Success is a ladder and nobody can grab your feet if they're on a rung above you. These lowlifes would rather stay at the bottom and pull others down than be successful themselves. Keep up the good work. So that's not to say. What? I'm sorry.
That Wi-Fi is not helping her hairdo situation.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, he did. Here we go.
She needs to do a Nikocado avocado.
He said, why don't you stay sitting in the comment section while we, the professionals, take care of things. Uh-oh.
And I'm talking about anywhere from, I would have to say, from the 26th through, I think, the 4th or the 5th, honestly. Because, well, let's see what it was. Hold on a second. Oh, I got to tell you, I'm a Pandora lover now. One of the reasons why I don't listen to music when I'm on the road is because I hate having to constantly find stations, because I move through so many counties and cities, in one sitting, that it drives me nuts. I feel like it's a distraction. Do you know I was able to play my entire list? Like I over the years, I've had multiple channels. I forgot about some songs that I used to love. I was bebopping all the way here, and I didn't skip one beat. I didn't skip like Pandora music or whatever it is. I didn't have to change channels. I didn't have to find new music. I'm like, I can dig this. I can dig this. Okay, what was I coming to my phone for? Does anybody remember? I'm tired. Don't mind me. I'm like half checked out here. That's what I did. What did I come here? I was about to look at something. What was I about to look for? I can't even remember what I was talking about. I'm getting seen all over here. for snacks. You're getting me up.
What in the fuck? What?
Yeah.
Did she just make fun of Katie when Katie said snacks?
I sure as hell hope she didn't. Hold on. Let me see, because it cut out for me.
I didn't have to find new music. I'm like, I can dig this. I can dig this. Okay, what was I coming to my phone for? Does anybody remember? I'm tired. Don't mind me. I'm like half checked out here. That's what I did. What did I come here? I was about to look at something. What was I about to look for? I can't even remember what I was talking about. I'm getting seen all over here. for snacks. You're getting me up. You're getting me up. Dad, burn it. Oh, I was looking at the date. Good gracious. Stick a fork in it. I'm done. I am seriously done. Okay, so the 26th. So yeah, 4th or the 5th. So anything that was out of the ordinary, and it's just weird because you don't really, like I always think things are out of the ordinary anymore. I really don't.
She did.
What the fuck is wrong with her?
Unbelievable.
She's a wackadoo. Anyway, Queen, I'm going to skedaddle. I got to go to bed. You guys have a good one.
All right, we'll see you later, B. Tim.
I'll see you.
Oh man.
She can't even just help herself, can she? And her audience sure as hell isn't helping her.
What a dumbass bitch. Here we go.
Do. I think everything's out of the ordinary. I'm dealing with society. Everything's not right. Thank you, by the way. Thank you so much. But I just think if somebody was walking down the road, or maybe there was something going on in an area that shouldn't be going on, and you just blew it off as, maybe homeless people or something like that, or you saw a car maybe stranded on the side of the road in a weird area, you saw maybe vehicles with flasher lights, or maybe you saw a vehicle driving in a place you didn't think there was a road, or something like that. Something that you just blew off at the time that might be something that happened between February 25th and March 5th.
She had to look and see her dates. I think she is too. You think she's worried about court voices?
I do. I really do. I think now that she got there, she's realizing the severity of it. And look, it's a solid colored wall behind her with similar bed and all of that. I bet she's at the same place. Just a different room.
I honestly don't give a shit where she is, to be honest.
I got my own personal just because of the critters.
I think she is too. Tomorrow is the 8th, Monday's the 9th, and Tuesday's the 10th. I think she's really nervous.
I hope she enjoys the next 24 hours. 48 hours, because come 2 o'clock.
What do you think the judge is going to say to her when the detective shows him that video where she said he can kiss her ass?
Oh, listen, judges don't, you and I both know judges don't like to be told negative things by anybody, right? The blatant disrespect, she was made very well aware because she was given a physical copy of the paperwork, right? Either through her attorney or the court system or the person that was there and picked up copies of it, because we saw in that Megan Fox that it had the butter yellow walls. It had Betty's thumbnail on the side of it, anyway. I listen, this would not be the first time that there was law enforcement interaction. And I would dare to say this woman's going to get a little bit of time. I don't think he's going to be impressed with her hijinks and shenanigans. I just don't.
Well, do you think he'll send her to jail then? I mean, you think he'll do okay, you're getting 2 days in jail or 3 days?
I think she's going to get 11 months. I think she's going to get 11 months and 29 days. Yes, ma'am.
No.
I do. I think
she's going to get that long?
First offense, I do. I think this judge is not going to fuck around. She has such a lengthy history. And then when you see when we were going over what she said today, she's like, yeah, I've always gotten out of it. Yeah, bitch. He's going to make an example out of her. She has a very, very good, I think in total she'll get, I think about what they did to Don Wells. Granted, that was drinking and driving, but I think I think her life is gonna be different.
You may hold a key and not realize you hold a key, a lot of reading. Well, I don't put very many typing. I try to put some stuff in there that's cute for Delilah. I try to get a little creative. I've gotten so lazy. I haven't really done a really good video in a while. But usually I do the good video.
What the heck? Hold on here. Let's see. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, girl?
What you doing,
I don't think she's going to get 11 months, because I'm going to tell you why. Tennessee ain't going to want to feed her for 11 months, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
You
not
know that
gonna.
area better than I do.
Yeah, they're not gonna want to feed her for 11 months. Now she could get a month per charge. Uh, I mean that could be something, but they're not gonna want to keep her for almost a year. No, no. Now if she does it again, then you know, you know. But I don't think she's gonna get 11 months. I just don't. That, that's.
You don't think with all the new with what she's got, plus all the 6 new charges and everything, that judge isn't going to be like, nope, we're not doing this shit again.
Well, I think that's why she might get a month per charge. She might be looking at 6 months, but I don't think she's going to look at 11 months. No. I just don't. I don't. Now, are they going to put them court costs? We've all been to, whether it's traffic court or whatever kind of court, where you can go to court and, they waive court costs or they give you low court costs. Not in Sumner County, baby. They love court costs. Love them. And that's where they're going to get her. They're going to get her in her wallet and a little bit of more freedom of hers. But not 11 months. I don't think. Now, I could be completely wrong. I mean,
you think do you think that the judge might tell her during this she can't be on the internet? Because the internet's been a tool used to stalk, harass, and surveil.
That's a lawyer question. I don't know what his reach can be. I don't know if he can say you can't be on the internet. I don't know if he can say that. Apparently she hasn't followed the orders. I mean, but before court was over for the hearing and it was granted, she went live and said all that. So all this, and we don't know what all they have. We don't know what all they're gonna. They're not specific.
Listen, we've watched so much of it that. I mean, and there's multiples daily that she did that was harassing that family.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I can tell y'all right now, the judge, he's not going to be taking time. And I still need to know what a white bread ass is. I don't know what a white bread ass is.
Well, listen, I've always wondered if it was a donkey with a white ass.
All I can think of is like when you coat chicken in flour, like, to fry it, like good Southern fried chicken, it's white.
Is she meaning Wonder Bread ass and she's just calling it white bread?
Maybe so. I don't know. But anyway, it's one thing to call a judge that. Now, he ain't going to be happy with that and everything. But I'm going to tell you what's going to make him matter is what she has said about the detective and what she has said about all the law enforcement there. From the internal affairs threats to the detective to calling attorneys that the cases the detective has handled. Yeah, that's going to be bad. That's calling a judge a name. Yeah, they don't like that. But that's not going to get you really slammed on. But talk about the detectives, the cases that they've won, and all law enforcement officers there. No, baby, you screwed. That's what's going to get her right there. Besides that's what's going to make him mad. But that's just my opinion. They just don't like that.
In my dream world, she'd get the book thrown at her like I'd hope, like, if you look at what she's facing, like 6 years, right? If they were to give her the maximum, not mess around, throw the book at her, that's why my hope would be like 11 months. So it gives the Proudfoots like a moment of relief and a reprieve from her menacing. Yeah, I agree. Banana bicycle seat. She's an absolute menace because at any moment in time, she can raise funds and travel at the drop of a hat, right?
Yeah. Well, I sit on burnt toast last night or the night, I don't know, Thursday night, whatever day this is. But and I kept cutting out, of course. But
like, you know how BTM does his fantasies, you know, and everything. Well, my fantasy is that when she gets to court, her attorney will say, I told you to shut the fuck up. You didn't. I'm firing you. And he has every right to do that. And then Dog looks at her and says, oh, I didn't know it was this one. I remember her from the laundries. I can't work with y'all if y'all are working for her. And then Seth and Tony drop her, and she has nobody except her and her charges. That's my fantasy.
God, that's actually looking like it's what's actually happening right now, Ro.
See, I think they are kind of pushing her aside a little bit. You know, they got to keep her, you know, I mean, she knows a lot, so they got to keep her a little happy. But
right, like we still got to pop in her chat when she goes live, wish her well, all of that. But
yeah,
now that she's in Tennessee, Seth, you need to stay away from her.
Yeah,
that's what I dream that they've. That's what I would think they would tell him, but that's me.
Yeah, but you know, I'm just gonna be watching Dog when he gets in town on all the clip channels because I'm sure they'll have it. And if he scratches one time, I'll be like, he met Betty. He met Betty and her bugs. He met her. So yeah, they don't play in Tennessee, and they really don't play in Sumner County. Like I've said, if she did this in Davidson County or if she would have done this in Shelby County, they got bigger problems there. You know what I mean? But Sumner County, that's a good little town that's low crime, and there's a reason why it's low crime. You know, there's criminals out there, but there's a reason why. You don't even speed through Sumner County. You just don't. It's like everybody, I don't care what state you live in, you always had that one town or that one county that you know, don't fuck around because you will find out. And Sumner County is one of them. It really is. I'll be there October.
My state's kind of that way. You just don't play. You don't mess with law. You just don't break the law.
Yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to hop up and say that. But I think, you know, I just, you know, and I could be totally wrong. I mean, we could all be wrong. He could say, oh, girl, you know, who knows? We, you know, but they go by the law, not the feelings. We have emotional feelings to this one. And so, you know.
Clue, what do you think? How long do you think she'll get? Do you think she'll get jail? What do you think?
I mean, I'd be happy with a month. You know, a month would just, you know, I mean, good Lord, she was there less than 24 hours and she cried about her herniated disc and her degenerative disc disease, and she didn't have a pillow and didn't have a mat, and you know, yeah, give her a good little month in there eating some Tennessee bologna, baby.
Funny, Oliver. See, Clue's with me. How long do you think, Clue? Funny, it was all her ADA requirements, huh? Like the same thing.
Jet, you're up here with us. Jet, you're up here.
When you need to go gargle with some salt water.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I don't know if she can.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can Jet, can you hear us?
Hey, Jet.
She's gonna get some time, Nanny. She will get some time. She's gonna be made an example of. You know.
I believe her walking out of there with a slap on the wrist was when she didn't show up to court and got arrested and then bonded out and all of that. I believe that if she wouldn't have gotten anything else, they probably wouldn't have gone so hard on her. But I believe because she never even stopped, she never let up for just a minute, and now she's saying it's a badge of honor. Judges don't like that it's a badge of honor that you went to jail for violating an order that said, don't do that.
Yeah. But, you know, but Betty tells on herself, you know, but listening to her and, you know, it's like it's called flight of ideas. We're just kind of like all over the place. And she's trying not to cuss and all the things. She's scared, and she has every right to be. You know, she really does. And it's like she said, if somebody knows something, I know you can't sleep. Betty, we can tell you ain't been sleeping, girl.
If you break the law, just because you're crazy doesn't mean you're not going to be held accountable for it.
Exactly. There's tons of crazy people in prison for life. That don't mean jack. But Tennessee don't play, and I'm just saying, you know, and different counties are stricter. You know, it just depends. So, you know, I always said that, you know, Mallory, when she pulled that stunt in St. Jude, if everything wasn't popping off in the city right then when she was there, the reason why she was there, if all that wasn't popping off, she would have gone to jail. I'm just saying. Wonder if the ACLU has contacted her.
You're so funny.
Wonder if she got that special mail from the ACLU. Please, girl, stop it. But yeah, I'd be worried too. But I do think I think when she hit that Tennessee line, that stomach kind of went whoop, you know. Uh-oh.
I think that's why she was bebopping to old tunes she hadn't listened to in a long time, because freedom might not be so much free anymore.
Yeah. Might not be hearing them tunes for a hot minute. I wonder if she packed her crown pillow. You think she travels with her crown pillow? I do. I think she travels. And look, if I lived there, baby, I'd be in that courtroom too. Trust and believe I would. It's an open courtroom. If I lived there, that's my right. If I lived there. But I'll be visiting in October. Maybe she'll be there in October. You never know. Maybe I can send
Maybe
her
she'll
some.
be needing visitors by then, Ro.
Huh?
Maybe by then she'll be desperate for visitors.
No, I ain't gonna visit her, but I will send her cellmate commissary money for honey buns as long as she promises to eat them right in front of her. Because, you know, I am that 401 bitch, you know?
Well, it's yours. It is your money. You do with it however you please.
That's right. Yeah, she, and, you know, I'm like, oh, why would you want, I mean, I don't like hotels. I mean, even like and I've stayed in some super nice hotels, but, I mean, you know, I like my own bed. You know, you know what I mean? Like, I like going on vacation, don't get me wrong, but, you know, like I wouldn't want to just live my life just traveling around and staying in the hotels. But I don't have a bed bug mattress or her environment. I don't have that same environment.
You don't have a bed bug. You don't have bed pets. So.
No. The only bed pet I have is Ruby Sue. And she's not itchy scratchy, so there's that. And this whole thing of I went to jail for Sebastian. No, you didn't. No, you went to jail for harassing Sebastian's mother, stepfather, stepsister, and the grandparents. That's what you went to jail for. Nothing to do with Sebastian. Yeah, yeah. And Sonia, this is a little message for you there, boo-boo girl. Third party. I know you know Tennessee, baby. I'm just saying. Huh. You better cool them jets. You better hope nothing comes out. You went to that school. You drove by their house. third party girl.
You filmed in that school.
And then lied and they said, "Are you a YouTuber?" No. Yeah. You better be. You made the T-shirt she had on with Chris's face on it. I'm telling you, Sonya. I'm just saying. Tennessee will lock up their own too. They don't give a shit. You ain't gotta be from Florida to get silver bracelets. But that's all I got to say. Y'all had me laughing tonight. Alabama won. It wasn't a pretty game, but we won.
What up, Clue? What up, Cap?
Clue and Cap, you're up here?
Yeah, they just came up.
Oh, good.
Hey.
What up?
Hey.
What the fuck?
Whoop, they're after me.
Damn, there's stuck shit going on
I was
Saturday.
like, damn, I got capping. No, I thought it was them. So I was like, mute. I was trying. You up here, Clue?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Cap, you up here still?
I'm here.
All right. I put you up and then knocked you back down, then I muted you before I brought you back up.
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if she'll go to jail or not, but I can tell you that judge, like, he's scary. You know what I mean? He's like that he is. If you're in trouble, like, he's that judge that, he's like that grandpa that would just look at you, like, he ain't even got to spank you or nothing. He just look at you and you like, sit down and shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was, I could just hear it in his voice when he said, and she was properly served. So like when she didn't show up, he didn't talk nothing about no lawyer filing nothing for her, nothing like that. Like you could just tell he was a little irritated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really interested to see what happens, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's not a media circus. You know what I mean?
I don't think it will be.
From the research that I've done, he tends to sentence on the harsher side.
I told you. I can believe that. I believe that too. Like, I definitely believe that because I'm telling you, that dude was like, so how about this? It was people in the courtroom texting, right? And they kicked some girl out because she was trying to record. Like, she had her phone held up and everything, trying to take a video. Well, they removed her from the courtroom and allegedly went through her phone. So we had left the courtroom, but apparently after that, the judge like went off. Like he was apparently really upset about somebody trying to record in his courtroom. And he was like, we're going to review all the cameras. And when we see who it is, we are going to take the appropriate action. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's clearly states that there's no recording, no cell phone usage, none of that.
Right.
They take this seriously. This is where respect. I mean, you need to be dressed up. You need to, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. Like, this is about respect.
Right.
The justice process.
If you can't follow rules in a courtroom, you ain't gonna be following them out on the streets. You know what I mean?
Amen.
That's the one place that your ass is pinched up and you sitting up straight and you shutting up. You
don't fuck around.
That's right.
Respect them bars.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the greatest part of everything I saw, especially in the first court date, was he literally was like, the first thing he said to Katie was, I apologize and I'm really sorry to hear what you're going through with your son and him being missing. So here's the caveat to that, right? If he looks at any of these videos where she's you murderer, like he's gonna have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what I've said. Yes.
And the thumbnails of her being on a missing poster and her bloody with a knife, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not like 100% because again, like I keep reiterating, right? They're all innocent until in a court of law they have been, well, first off charged, but not even then in the court of law proven to be guilty. And like, I just, you could tell that's his attitude, right?
Yep.
Well,
but
gave her a chance.
Don't you think he's going to be a little bit mad too? Not just what she said to him about her white bread ass, but what she said about the detective and all the law enforcement, and she's going to come back, and all the law enforcement ain't going to be able to stop her, and all the smack that she's talked. I don't know.
She was talking shit to the judge.
I know, but I don't know. My friend lives there. Anyway, we were talking about all this, and she's like, yeah, it's one thing to shit on the judge and everything, but then you're going to shit on the whole city, and you're going to shit on the detectives and law enforcement. That's not going to go well for her. It's just not. It's just not, especially what she said about the detective, about finding out what cases she's won and then contacting the attorneys and trying to get, convictions overturned and all the things. Yeah.
Yeah. Danny, Danny, it's not Judge White. It's Judge Ron C. Blanton is his name. I don't know who Judge White is.
But anyway, I just want to hop in here. Good talking to y'all. And Clue, can't wait to hear on what happens in that room. Like I said, if I was still a resident there, baby, if I lived there, I sure would be there. It'd be my right. So
I know. I thought about putting in a media request, but
nah.
I was like, I'd rather be like a spectator and.
Yep, you're a private citizen, baby, and you live there, and there ain't nothing wrong with going if you live there.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't agree with people traveling and trying to cause a bunch of bullshit. I don't agree with that. But
yeah,
if I lived there, heck yeah, I'd be there. Trust and believe. Yep, that's what court's for, baby.
Well, that's your right as a resident of that.
That's right.
City. Yeah. That's your right. I mean, it's in your backyard. On top of all of that, she still threatened Clue. And she still threatened to come and roll up outside of her house.
And falsely accused me of some things.
And said she's going to piss on your front yard and urinate.
So
like, you know what I mean? That's fucking urinating bodily fluids on your fucking yard. You sick bitch.
That's gross. Oh, Danny, I'm sorry. I thought you meant that's a name. No, he said it's Judge White. I thought he meant Judge White. He meant like, is he a white person?
Oh,
he is.
That's what I thought too. I was like, but
yeah, he is. The second judge wasn't. McCormick. She is not a white person, but she's funny as shit. God Almighty, she's funny. But she threw it back to the first judge. So.
And I don't blame her for that. It's like, hey, all this goes together. This is a lot. And he's already seen this much of it. Here's one more, and it's going back to you.
Well, and it's going to be really interesting because if I'm not mistaken, it's her first appearance, and they still have to settle whether or not Chris Proudfoot's RO is going to be put into effect, right? So it's the first appearance for the violations mixed with whether or not Chris Proudfoot is going to get his restraining order for the next year.
Right. Because he's under a restraining order now.
Yeah.
He's under one now. Right. And this is just to see if it will carry on him and his daughters for over the next year.
And think
So
about this. She could roll in there on Monday morning, and there could be even more violations building up to the date, including this and whatever happens tomorrow. So going right up until the 9th and the 10th. She could walk into court and they could go, bam, here is all of this. Right?
I think there are. I truly think there are. I know they're
I
not
agree
like
with
on the
that.
docket, and I don't know how that works, but and she might know that they are because they might have told her attorney. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's gonna be real interesting. You know.
Oh, is Sonya going?
Oh, I don't know.
I was just reading the comments. Somebody said I would sit right by Sonya. I'm curious to see if Seth actually goes.
Well, I see. Don't even, I ain't even gonna get started on that one. Nope.
Hey, she said Seth and Dog are going to be there for her.
Yeah, well, she also says a lot of things that aren't true. So
agreed.
Yeah, but Nick kind of alludes to it too. Like I think they are 100% planning to make some big media circus over this outside, or use this as an opportunity for a big media circus for themselves outside the courthouse.
Probably.
I hope she wilds out in that courtroom, baby. I've seen some, baby. I had an attorney wild out in the courtroom. Ooh, ended up I was on the news, the whole bit. Yep.
I don't think
got
she will.
arrested.
Honestly, look at how she's doing her videos now, right? Something. So fiance told me last night, we were in the bed and we had started watching the last live she did, and he was like, she had a bad call with that attorney today. And I'm like, why you say that? He was like, this is not how she acts. Look how calm she is. He was like, he's like, she acts real nervous, like, which I mean, I would be too. I've got no lie to tell. Like, it's not like you are coming in there and they say like one violation, right? Like they're talking about 6. That's
that we know of.
Exactly. And you know you was acting up. Lady, you know you were.
Well, and what's weird is that arrest affidavit that was written up only mentions 2. So the question is that 2 included in that 6, or is that 6 on top of the 2?
That's what I've been saying, and everybody's like, no, it's 2 per each RO. And I'm like, well, how come it's only 2 on the arresting?
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's all confusing, but I think there's a lot. I think there was a lot more than we know that got the ROs granted. I don't think it was just for lives. I think there was stuff that they had that we don't know about.
None. But Bama, there's no free Betty signs around town. Not one.
I think no, girl, no. Tennessee don't want her. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Tennessee does not want her. I think considering she didn't show up or have any representation for the first hearing on the 22nd, and then literally from what we can gather, right, the violations were because she went live violating it right after, and then everything she's done since. I think the judge could probably, I could see him saying, all right, you know what, we're gonna lock you up for 12 months, and that would, because that's all an RO is good for anyway. So I could see him doing that, putting her in for 12 months.
That's what I'm talking. 11 months and 29 days. Yes, sir.
Well, that's
her violation.
So I mean, he could essentially keep her in there for 12 and say, we ain't gonna give you 6 years, we're gonna give you 12 months.
Right.
Yeah. And they can actually be running concurrently, not concurrent. Is it concurrent?
They can be run consecutive
or concurrent. So it could be 11 months, 29 days for one. Then as soon as you're done with that one, you serve the next one. So like it could be a total of like damn near 8 years.
Correct.
I hope she found somebody to cut that grass. I think the judge has got to look out for, the fact that there are 3 active orders of protection out there, and you got somebody that willingly violated them right after and continued to do so. So yes. I don't know. I can't imagine the judge ain't gonna do something fairly harsh.
Well, and her blatant disregard for not showing up to court, as well as nothing that she has not stopped or let up an ounce. She has still kept on.
Yeah. 100%. She finally stopped, right? But it was like the amount of stuff that you did before you quit doing that was insanity. Like it was really like she thought it was a joke. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, she's got no. Well, and I don't know. I know y'all know, like y'all seen her record and stuff, but all of those arrests and stuff, some of them were felonies and they were pled down, right? But the thing is, it happened in her county, and her mama worked for a judge, and her daddy had money.
Yep.
There you go. She don't live in Tennessee. Mama don't know no judge there, and daddy
Yeah.
don't talk to her no more.
And I'm
So
just going to say, somebody said that she wasn't required to show up. I do not know that to be true because all I can tell you is what I saw. I saw the judge say she was properly served. She is not here, granted. And like, there was no mention of something from an attorney, no need to appear, nothing, because that is how an RO can work. If you're served and you don't want to dispute it, you won't show up. You'll just say,
Right.
well, whatever, it's a year. So he didn't mention nothing about no attorney saying, I got, something was filed. She's not going to be here. We're going to extend this or nothing. It didn't go down like that. Contrary to what she's telling everyone, it did not happen.
Yeah. And it was not for Sebastian. That burns me up when she says, and I got arrested for Sebastian. No, you didn't.
No, what she said was the reason I was arrested was because of Sebastian Rogers. That is the most hatefulest thing I think I've heard her say. Like, lady, you're not going to put that on somebody else. He didn't dictate your actions.
That's right.
You did.
Well, and now, Clue, she's saying it's a badge of honor to be arrested for Sebastian Rogers.
Well, it's going to be a badge of honor when she got to turn over them guns.
Well,
or that old, crepid, rusty piece of tin she calls a gun that can't shoot and jams.
Hand cannon.
Shit. Bitch.
And again, she is not a fucking martyr.
Nah.
No. But by her saying that, that also should show the judge the flip in the mentality so that she's willing to gaslight even more, right? Oh, well, now it's a badge of honor. Like, she's so obsessed and ate up with this, she won't stop. The judge is going to be forced. Like, look, lady, you won't quit. Now it's purely obsessive. Again, that's my opinion in it.
But Betty can only hold back for so long, and then she just can't help herself. So I think between now and Monday, I think she's going to mess up. I do. I think she's going to get things are going to get the best of her, and she going to rage out. We're not going to have this same live like we were reviewing.
I wonder why she's coming early. Like, I thought she was leaving tomorrow.
Maybe she liked that Jonathan steak a lot. Maybe she wants to go back there.
Oh my God.
All the Jonathans, Y'all got a Chili's there, baby? You got a Chili's there?
We do have a Chili's, yeah.
Well, shit. Check that back parking lot, baby. Check that back parking lot by the dumpster, honey.
Nah, honey, you trying to make me see something I don't even want to know what's going on. I'm not, nope. No.
Oh, Lord.
I'm always walking out behind Chili's.
But I'd be there. I sure would. I'll be there in October visiting, my bestie. So, maybe she'll be there. I'll send honey buns to her cellmate and say, eat them right in front of her. Eat every one of them, baby. I'll load you up because,
Somebody said earlier something about Tony and Seth phasing her out. I absolutely believe that has been done. I think they're going to go all the way up until, like, I do think there's a good chance that Seth may be in court, because I think it's going to be like a sort of false hope thing, right? Like, we're supporting you, but I also think it's probably, she should look at it like a slap in the face, right? Nick is now the social media representative, and the fact that she is not being alerted to anything that they're doing, how they're involved, like, she was hearing it through the grapevine too. If you're their sister, why are there so many secrets?
Oh, Clue, I totally believe that these guys are going to let the judge be like, they're going to stand in the courtroom and say, wave bye-bye. She's not going to know the phone number for Tony or Seth. They're not going to have to worry about the jail calling them. Like, they're going to let, nope, bye, problem solved. She's gone.
But
for
I do
days.
think I think it would be the stupidest thing for Sean to show up. You know, I do think that, because, but I mean, he probably will. But I also think that he knows that that would be a knife to Katie. That, hey, yes, you're the mother of my child, but I'm going to stand with this fool from YouTube, and that'll be another knife to her. And so, yeah, I can see Sean doing that. I refuse to call him Seth anymore because, you know, all the things. He's Sean.
Well,
He'll be Sean.
My honest opinion is he is going to go, but it's, I hate to tell you this, Betty, he ain't there for you, honey. He's there probably to see Katie, and
Yeah.
you're just the excuse he's using. Now, I saw a comment, Ninny, when will you have the cam footage? Are you talking about the body cam footage? Or
Yeah, I think she's talking about the body cam.
Yeah, I've brought you up here twice, and it keeps saying device is not connected. All right, you're back up here again with us.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Apparently, I have caught a case of the Betty and become completely unable to use any sort of technology. I'll never say that. Oh my God. Yeah, no, that's actually kind of scary. I just wanted to kind of like mention there's like other stuff that the judge can do. They can ban you from a county. People have actually been banned from states. And judges really don't like when you don't follow their rules. If they say to you, don't contact these people, don't do this, don't do that, and you show a pattern of, I don't care, from what it sounds like, this judge is not going to take that well. He already kind of hasn't. So I think what's going to end up happening is she's going to have a lot of fees. She's going to get banned from that county. And they can absolutely, 100%, if the internet has been used as a tool to harass, stalk, or threaten someone, they can say, no. And you know full well Betty ain't going to listen. Betty's like a 2-year-old. She going to be like, no, I do what I want, like Eric Cartman on South Park. I do what I want. And she's just going to continue to screw herself. So there's a lot of other things that this judge could do to really kind of stick it to her, because his priority in this entire situation is going to be, in my opinion, to protect the parents of someone who has a missing kid.
You are exactly right.
If I was the judge and she came in, as soon as I gave her a sentence, I would just look at her and be like, and you can kiss my ass, Betty. I agree. I see it both ways, you know, and I know. And Clue, tell me if I'm right about this. My bestie lives there, and Sumner County loves court calls. Loves them some court calls, baby.
Yeah.
They gonna hit her with every court case they can come up with.
They absolutely love them because we literally just built a brand new courthouse.
Right.
They trying to pay for that bitch.
Sure did. Baby, I got stories. Ooh, yes, girl. She's gonna say that she can't afford it, and the judge is gonna be like, "Why don't you get your YouTube followers to pay for it?" I am Oh, raising you little money for my oinkers. court costs. But also, yeah, no, this bad Wi-Fi is not doing anything great for Betty. Also, I have a theory and a question. Ozempic. I feel like Betty is starting to get Ozempic face. And this is me, this is my opinion. No one else is on this show. I represent myself. But she seems like she's losing some weight, but she's getting that Ozempic face. I don't know. It's just a thought. Just she. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. So Cleo, are you gonna get the body cam footage?
Lord.
I'm gonna hop down. Love you guys.
Oh, Cletus is.
Cletus is getting that body cam footage. I was like, look, I told him, I said, you said 600 and what? That is $642. I was like, we are not about to do that. He was like, the hell we aren't. So he done put the order in, and allegedly in 10 days they'll send me a invoice, and then I can view. It's like what 11 files.
It said 5 units of blurred and 11 units of unblurred.
Yeah.
That was the estimate. I was like, hell yeah.
So
you can't pay for something like that. Like there ain't enough money to pay for the last settle brain.
I really want it so I can figure out who called the cops. I want to know if it was actually her that called, right? I know that's like the rumor or whatever, but we also heard from someone, I think that was on another panel, that said their cousin is a dispatcher or something and heard a call saying for a warrant check. So I'm like, is it that she called, or was there somebody that called for a warrant check? I don't know. But
and then we had a visitor earlier this evening. The lady text that had the body cam footage.
Yeah, text Anna.
Yeah. And she had made mention of the cops already being there around noon the first time.
Yes.
And then she got chased around a field or something of that nature. And then she said she got chased across a field.
Hold on. Betty did?
No, one of the 2 a.m. I think it was that Chase, the 2 a.m. girl. Her daughter. I think it was one of the 2 a.m. girls. Their daughter chased her across the field or something. I don't know.
And then I guess she came back.
No, it wasn't no fields by that place. What? It's like a dang shopping center almost, but like not. It's a bunch of office buildings. Like you can imagine like warehouse buildings.
Yeah. Like an industrial park.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
She said she was chased into a field, so.
She said they were trying to stop her from recording. I don't know.
The police?
No. The daughter of one of the 2 a.m. girls.
And it was really because she was going to talk to law enforcement and they didn't want her to speak to law enforcement.
What?
So she was chased across a field. You would have to go back to the earlier part of this.
Yeah.
All.
Do it on 2 times speed, though, baby. It's a lot.
Apparently, what we learned is that she is the she's the compliance officer for vigils. So if you have a vigil that's a public event, she will be there to monitor if it's ADA, FCC, and all the EFG compliances. So.
Are you fucking with me right now?
No, I swear to
bitch,
God.
I'm dead serious. She's straight up vigil police. No fucking making sure if it is open to the public, making sure you better be compliant with the FCC because she's filing papers. So it better be ADA compliant if it's open to the public, meeting all the fucking requirements.
But apparently she filed a police report.
Oh, you go.
She filed a police report and she's taking it to YouTube legal and all the things. So, it's like, maybe her story was a little scattered or whatever, but, I mean, if it falls within the TOS, then, let it fall where it may,
Yeah, I know they definitely weren't appreciative of anyone but their crew there filming. They sure did send them cops down there to us.
Yeah.
So.
Asking me if I'm fucking with you.
Well, I'm going to hop down. Y'all have a good night. I'll be down in chat listening. Y'all have a good night. Thanks. Thanks for letting me up, Queen. Bye-bye.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
Oh, Baxter over here. I don't even know this. Yeah, I was gonna say this is just a stream that says the Eagle has landed, still looking for Sebastian in Tennessee, but she hasn't said shit about him, and we're 28 minutes in. It's 38-minute stream.
Videos when I'm out there searching, and right now the crazy part is in this case I don't know where to search. We have nothing. We have nothing like that's really leading me. I mean, I've got a large area to search, but where do you begin? So I'm thinking the first things that you guys know, I'm looking at bridges right now, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I really think that when I put pen to paper, it's like the waterways are the least amount of searched. The waterways, and it sounds like they don't really check the drainage systems, the storm drains. So is that a probability? I don't know. I don't know. And what would be the process to go through to have the storm drains checked? If there is an identified area.
So now she's thinking he went down into a storm drain.
But they've already done that. The utility company here literally went through and put a camera down all of the storm drains and the entire drain system here in Sumner County.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about. She acts like she's stupid to that. Like she doesn't know that already,
Right.
What is that process? I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. I really don't, because it is county owned. Those things, even if they're rented out or whatever by a private company, I don't see where it's going to require a search warrant to search those things. It seems like they have the authority to search them without any need for a search warrant or anything like that. I've never heard. So if you guys are thinking of some stuff, also don't forget, send that stuff to me too. If you're thinking of stuff, if this come into your head and you're like, I'm looking at those areas. So if you have an idea of locations and stuff like that, throw them my way. Throw them my way.
So asking for stuff to be sent to her, you know what I mean? Information or theories or whatever. What the hell? And somebody said she's having a meeting on the 9th and then her court date's on the 10th. I mean, I could be wrong, but.
Well, there's a motion hearing on the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
And then the actual court date is on the 10th. So it's possible that she's probably maybe meeting with her lawyer on the 9th on Monday.
I bet you're right. Hey, Cheesy, what you up to, love?
Or her attorney is going to meet her there at court and say, yeah, I'm taking my name off this and I don't want to have any further thing to do with you because you don't stop talking like I've asked you to.
Hi, guys. You sound like you're sick, Queen. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, a cough.
I feel like I feel like there's going to be a special witness there tomorrow or Tuesday. I really do. I'm not going to say
for
who,
her?
but I'm sure you guys can figure out. No, against her.
Yeah, he's in Tennessee.
I'm sure you guys can figure out who.
Oh, I got a pretty good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Wow.
Absolutely. Hired by the family.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Somebody else has been attacked by her.
Yeah. Shoot, there's been a lot of people attacked by her.
In Tennessee.
And the Layla Santinello case.
Yeah, that would be a bombshell special guest, wouldn't it?
That would be great. It would be right on par with him too.
Well, you can just throw that good behavior from her out the window if that happens.
Right?
Yeah, I ain't never seen a character witness against the defendant.
I mean, if that even is a thing, but I could see him being there, honestly.
Lord.
I mean, I'm sorry, but like, as hard as I am on Seth, right? I'm not about to go sit outside of his house. I'm not about to go to his neighborhood and post flyers and tell people if you see him out at church or wherever, get his photo. Like, I'm not going to do that.
No.
I feel like it's a level of like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm dang sure not going to get myself out of my comfortable bug-free bed at 3 a.m. to go ride by his house.
Yeah. But she figures this is her right, you know, and it's her right to do that. She's like those First Amendment auditors that think, you know, that they can just harass everybody and then they're
Honestly,
complaining that their rights are taken, but it's like you just took everybody else's rights by the right to privacy and everything else, you know.
Canadian Nana brought in the other part. I've heard that too, that the Wells have written a letter.
What were you gonna say, Clue?
like, I won't disagree on the whole First Amendment bit, but here's the problem. When you take your First Amendment and you talk about doing crazy things and then you go through with those crazy things, like, lady, it's illegal to do some of the things that you did. And then I think there were a few points that were crossed. I tried to warn her before she came here. We don't have easements, honey. That ain't how it works in Tennessee. So what happened is you trespassed on the property of someone that you have been falsely, possibly accusing of doing a crime. Then you get out of your car and literally berate this man that you followed. Stop playing at a stoplight. Then when he goes through the stoplight, you literally make a threatening, you better run that red light. You make a threatening statement. And that's crazy to me.
While filming yourself doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, at this point, after the 22nd, none of that mattered because you didn't show up to defend yourself and make that argument.
Right.
So the order was granted. And that's been my thing the whole time. Is it's like, I would love to hear your actual argument, but now I don't care because you didn't present it at the right time.
Right.
She blew it off.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm absolutely would have loved to have heard a legitimate argument, a reasonable argument to it. I would have loved to have heard it because I think it could have been interesting. But you don't even show up, and then you get mad and act like everybody's crazy, and this is all smoke and mirrors and all this stuff. Like, no, that ain't how that works.
I agree. The one thing a judge doesn't like is when you spit in their face like that. And a blatant disregard of a judge's order is spitting in the court's face.
She looked old under that fluorescent lighting in that hotel room. I hate to tell her.
Look at her thyroid is like popping out.
Yeah, she
I don't think
you can
she's
see
stressed.
I don't think that's a hotel room. I think that might be somebody's house.
No, I
A
think
friend.
no,
Is that a hotel?
That looks just like the last one she was in. The wall was all blue. Now it's all green.
Oh.
It looks like a hotel.
Okay, I could be wrong. And at the very least, if they don't accept witnesses or whatever, I am assuming that special guest will fill out an affidavit.
That's a good point Vid
At the
just
very
made.
least.
Also, she said she was followed for over 30 minutes. In that 30 minutes, she was talking to the police. Did she mention to him that she was being followed? We'll have to get that body cam too.
Oh yeah, the parking lot body cam,
Yep.
right?
where she was talking to the cop, and he told her to get a gun.
Cletus, looks like you're going to be working some overtime there, bud.
I'll go get it. I ain't got no problem. I love entertainment, especially from the government.
You said from the government?
Yeah.
That officer reminded me that Florida has reciprocity with Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah. And never once have I ever heard a cop tell somebody they should get a gun.
Well, you know, they're a little different here. Like, I know we had to call on her for the third time, I think, and the cop came to the door, and of course, fiance goes to the door with the dang Glock, and he puts it on the chair beside the door. He's like, I'm just putting that there. He's like, that's my Glock. I'm putting it down. The cop was like, I mean, I don't care. It's your house. So they're a little different about that around here, right? But
I mean, to tell somebody from out of town, out of state, and that
you gotta
isn't
call
an
on.
immediate danger. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
I don't think the cop told her that. I think he told her her rights, maybe, but
like, she can play all she wants to, but that cop was absolutely there looking for her because she was live and people were calling, and I'm talking about an insane amount of calls.
Yeah. I'm sure.
That's right, Emerald Sky. She was there fishing.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Yeah, she said, I'm fishing, bitch. Wing Zero gifted 10 memberships, not gifted a membership, and then gifted another membership, and Patricia Sell gifted 5 memberships. If you guys got one, tell them thank you, please. Hell no, somebody made a song for Betty.
Oh, yeah.
I heard the one you played. This one's from Nin. This one's from Ninny.
So she allegedly got someone anonymous sent her a song about herself, and she played it. So someone sent me a song they made about her too.
Hell no. This one is the one that Ninny C made. I was cracking up with the one you guys played because I listened to the one we listened to yours.
Yeah, this is a different one. I haven't heard this.
Bullhorn Betty, she's out on the street, mean as a viper with a heart of deceit, spreading her lies, oh, she's peddling hate. Watch out for Betty before it's too late. Bullhorn Betty got a venomous tongue, twisting the truth, and the damage is done. Oh, she's a bully, a menace in the night. Don't let her darkness snuff out your light. Bullhorn Betty, she's got no shame, playing her cruel, sadistic game. But the truth shines bright, dismisses her lies. One day her empire of cruelty will die.
That cat.
There you go.
It's kind of Ninny's copy.
Yes, she did a good
Or
job.
what do you call it? Trademark. Caps.
I just love that the second one, the cat's leg was up and it was like mooning it.
Right. Well, I just pray that they can, that all the ROs go through, and I hope that I really would like to see her do some time, maybe not like years, but you know, something to show her, hey, you done fucked up, you know. Leave these people alone.
It ain't gonna matter. She come out and go right back at it. Like, I feel like
I
there's
know
some
she
people
would.
who just can't learn. They can't
No,
learn.
she doesn't. No, because she thinks it's her right. She thinks she knows everything. She thinks she knows better than the law. She thinks she knows better than the judges. She thinks she knows better than everybody. But I think she must have talked to her attorney. Her attorney must have scolded her, because today on one of her lives, when she was sitting on her couch, she was talking about the court, and then she's like, "I know I'm not supposed to be talking about it, but."
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Her attorney's
Like
probably
that.
like just watching it, going, shaking his head, going, her head or whatever she is, and going, "Oh my fucking God, what the hell did I get myself into?"
Well, all I can tell her is this. If you're looking at this like a badge of honor, I don't want to hear you bitching about them crowns they put around your wrist.
What y'all think about JLR's rap?
Oh, that was great.
Wop, wop,
Wop,
wop,
wop,
wop,
wop, wop, wop. Now you're under fire.
Here we
Messing
go.
with the mic.
Yo, Seth Rogers, I heard you like 'em young. You better not go to cell block number 1. Katie was a teen when you fell in love. Then you had a son. Sebastian go missing and now you play dumb. Now you suspect number 1. Wah, 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 wah. Done, you messed up. Wah, 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 wah. You done messed up. Now you're under fire for messing with a minor. You ain't like me. They ain't like us. They ain't like us. They ain't like us.
That is my favorite. I sing that shit like 3 times a day. On God.
It cracks me the fuck up.
You missed it. His live earlier, he was doing this shooting in Kentucky. And like, I don't know, it's like all of a sudden you just see like he stops moving a little bit and then he just yells loud as shit. He's like, fuck. And then the live cut off.
What the fuck was he doing?
Wow.
Apparently his phone died. He's like, fuck. We don't cuss here on JLR. We try to stay away from
All right. Well, thanks for having me. This has been interesting. I can't wait for Monday and Tuesday.
But it'll be interesting afterwards too, because she already said that if she's found guilty or whatever, if it goes through, that she's going to go further and bring it to the higher courts and blah 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 blah.
They're not going to waste their time with this.
Yeah. So
She'll get well, she should be more worried about settling the stuff she already has. But
right.
anyway.
Right.
She can't take it to a higher court, guys. You know what the cost of that would be?
Oh my God.
Like, we have to also just understand that she doesn't seem like the type who has like an unlimited supply of money, and literally to appeal to like go to the Supreme whatever it is, like you can't do that. You know you can't afford that. Your subscribers couldn't afford that, in my opinion.
Right.
Well, she'll try to do it pro se. She's Elle Woods, don't you know?
Yeah, but the court costs. And Tony can't pay it because I don't think you can file bankruptcy on judgments and court fees.
If
well,
I
that
like,
was the case, he would have wiped his record clean a while ago.
Right. Not to mention, how you going to explain that to your wife? You know what I mean? You got all this money shoveling out. Like, that's not going to happen, in my opinion.
I think his wife isn't all involved in this because he said she was a true crime buff, and that's why he got into it.
How happy do you think she is that they've had to like do all the preventative measures because Betty has friends that travel with her?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's crazy that like she will do things like that, right? I'll get a speeding ticket. I don't care. My subs will pay for it. I'm not going to pay for it. Like, that's, if I was like a person who liked her and subs her, I kind of feel like that would piss me off a little bit. Oh, really? Like, you just proved that you're going to be out here acting reckless, but on our dime. No, bro.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see.
Oh, I'm gonna be there. I
What?
can't wait to see.
Yeah, I wish Minnesota wasn't so far away from Tennessee.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
All right. Good night, voices.
Good night, voices.
Good night.
I know it's getting late here too. I'm probably gonna hit the bed here soon.
I was about to say I'm gonna jump down too. I'm gonna go lay down.
Yep, it's gonna be about that time.
Yeah, it is. All right. Good night. Thank you for having me up. Bye.
Good night. Thanks for hanging out, baby. Thanks for
Good
coming.
night, Queen.
Talk to you
Good
later.
night, guys.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. I will catch y'all on the flip side. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night, y'all.